And we are live. We're back, guys.
Now the dog is looking at me like expectantly, like, excuse me. I'm gonna take your toy again, buddy.
Excuse me, I was good for 5 seconds. You must reward me. Your dog now sounds like Phoebus to me, so I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Parental figure, please. I would like a reward for being good for 5 whole seconds. Yes, I would love some attention.
Give him a treat. Anyway, hi guys.
Hi guys. We're back after what,
first
2 weeks?
Demiplanes of the new year.
First Demiplanes of the new year, that's right.
Hooray!
Look at us, we did it. Oh my god, we've been doing this all the way into the new year.
We've been doing it for almost like a full year, I think.
Oh my god, almost. Oh, I'll have to go back and look and see when our first one was, but we might have to do a 1-year anniversary thing soon.
Oh my god.
We'll see.
So hi everyone.
Hi, welcome to Demiplanes and Doodles. I'm a Vic. There's a Lynn over there.
I'm here.
And we also have a chat mom sitting next to me.
Hello, everybody.
And we are very excited to finally be back doing this with you as we draw and vibe and talk about things. Well, this cat.
Most of the times it's D&D.
Most of the times it's D&D or related to D&D.
Or fantasy.
Or fantasy, or just, it's within Lynn and I's wheelhouse, usually.
Art stuff. We're both artists, and we talk about art things.
Yes.
You're a writer. We talk about writing things.
Yes.
Yeah, so creative types. Stuff.
Buddy, I
anyway.
gotta mess with your collar because you've got a tag that's bothering me. There we go. You know when you see, like, a tag sticking out of the back of a shirt? You just want to rip it out? I just
sure.
Look, I have very particular quirks. Okay, I see a tag in the back of a shirt. I want to rip it out. I just saw that with the cat. He has a new collar. It has a cute little bow tie on it. He looks very fancy. But we had a tag that was like, he looks like a very distinguished gentleman right now. And I just had to rip the tag out. But anyway, so all right, let's roll through our usual announcements so that we can get into the Demiplane and do our art stuff, because I know you've got a lot of stuff you want to say.
So much I have to say. This is such my topic.
Yeah, you did a thing on it actually. You actually did like a whole professional seminar thing on it, right?
I did. I was even in like a fancy like book like thing for it. It was cool. Oh my god. Yeah.
You're so amazing. Your credentials, I can't.
My credentials. Yeah, credentials.
You have them.
So do I though?
You do. With your current with all this hard work that you've been putting in, I definitely see it. So you are very, very distinguished in art and things.
I like distinction.
You're a very distinguished gentleman, Lynn.
Yay! Anyway, announcements.
Yes.
I did it.
So, yes. Let's talk about our bros at Talon and Claw, as always. We've got these amazing people that we love to shout out, which is Talon and Claw. All of the links are down below on our Twitch if you want to scroll down to it. They make wonderful wooden tabletop products, such as wooden dice. They have dice vaults, DM screens, spell slot trackers. And they're always coming up with cool, amazing stuff for your tabletop gaming experiences. I think they also have dice towers as well. I know I need a dice tray so bad. And
they do.
Yeah, yes. It's all beautifully handcrafted and well made. And they had a Kickstarter in the past that they made dice vaults out of whiskey barrels, and they smell absolutely amazing.
They smell divine.
They smell absolutely divine. And, you can, if you want, we have a coupon code you can use if you want to purchase any of their products on their Etsy page. You put in the code DivineConquer at checkout, you get 10% off on your Talon and Claw purchase. So go give them a look, go support them. They're always doing something cool. Like, they'll have, sometimes they'll have, I know they had Pride Vaults during Pride Month. They did a vault specifically for breast cancer awareness. So they're always doing cool stuff. The pink ones, yeah. Yeah, those are pretty.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're always doing cool stuff, and it's like very wonderfully handmade and made with love. Oh, and they also do custom laser engravings, so consider that if you want to gift someone anything. I know the holidays are over, but the Valentine's Day is coming up. If you've got that special DM in your life that you want to like gift them things, so yeah, check out Talon and Claw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Do we want to talk about our thing?
Yeah, we can talk about our thing because we are doing a thing.
We are doing a thing. We've been doing it since August of last year.
Oh my god.
We started it last year. Yeah, I know.
That's right. We launched in August. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's been that long.
Vic and I have a little passion project that we do. Vic is the writer, and I am the illustrator of Alistair. It's a webcomic on Webtoon that you can go and read for free. We're on chapter 8 right now, I believe. And it's a story about a righteous paladin bro who is tasked with saving the world, and it's going to be a fun time. We pour a lot of love into this.
Yes,
and
we do.
If you guys want to support us, you can support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You get perks at higher tiers, of course. And we also have a Discord for all of the people that support us and send us love and stuff. So we hang out with them. And they also gave us the topic for tonight.
They did. That's right.
So I'm excited.
I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch us into our little Demiplane so that you can start talking about the thing. So let me just bop.
So I can start talking about it.
Yeah,
okay, I see how it is.
Hey, listen, I have some things I need to fix because I was looking at a thing and I was like, oh, hold on.
Oh, you're fixing a thing?
I'm fixing a thing. Don't worry about
I see the thing.
No. Don't look at the thing. Don't look at it. I'm fixing it.
No, no one look at the thing. Okay.
Nobody
anyway,
look at the thing.
So tonight we are going to talk about character design and iteration and how characters physically change over time. This isn't just talking about like when you first make a character and then at the very end, they've gone through some stuff. Like as a character, they'll change because that's how writing works.
Yeah,
character development and things like that. But I'm talking about like not just in like D&D, but like in video games or in when you're writing a book or a story or something and you need a visual reference for things like that. I'm specifically I guess what I did in Las Vegas was specific to video games, so I guess I'll talk about that.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll talk about
I did it.
Well, this right here is Grayson, obviously. If you know me at all or follow anything I do, this is my lovely wizard who I love very much. And his very first design compared to the most recent art I made of him and how his design has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also going to talk about how to make your characters look cool.
Yes.
Because
distinct.
The one thing...
Distinguished.
Yeah, distinguished is a good one.
Yes.
So the first thing that I ever really learned about character design was your first idea is usually the worst.
Yes.
Don't go with the first design.
Oh no. Oh no.
And they usually just say that because your first design is usually something that's very on the nose and obvious.
Uh-oh.
But when you're doing character designs, and at least when I did do a little bit of character design work for Dotware games, you're given a character design, like not a design, but like kind of what they're looking for, personality, that kind of thing. Just like when you do commissions, but you have to do at least 6 different versions of the same thing, and then present that to them to where they will look at it and be like, I like bits of this one, this one, this one, or whatever. But it's to help you get more creative. So why you kept saying, oh no?
Because you mentioned how your first idea is usually the worst, and like how it's most on the nose, and you just reminded me that when I created West, I literally had no prototype. I just drew him, and there he was. He was the first.
Well, West also came from someone, correct?
Yes.
His design.
Kind of.
I'm just saying. It's distinct when I first noticed it. I mean, I didn't really play the game, but like,
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just gonna talk about that. And do you still want me to keep talking? Because I will.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna now, before I startle anyone, I am turning on music so that we have some nice background noise. Let me know if it's too loud or what have you.
Yeah.
Is it too
You
loud?
don't need that. Is it? We'll find out.
Okay.
Hey, Chad, is it too loud?
I just want it to be like kind of nice and chill, and it's a thing I found. Let me just turn it. Oop.
I want to know what all I see is a Cold Crusader saying a bunch of stars, original Grayson, and I don't know what that means.
Oh my god, original Grayson.
Oh, it says Owen. Why is it blocked out on mine?
Because you're forbidden to see these words. Okay, so as we were told to talk
I am
more.
forbidden.
So
I'm gonna.
right,
unless you want to look at this beautiful man more, I'll get rid of him.
I could look at this beautiful man whenever I want. That's a very weird thing for me to say, but we can get rid of him so we can start drawing stuff.
Okay.
What? You got him?
What? No, it's not
Okay.
working.
Oh, let me
Get
do
away.
this. You got it?
Get away. There
okay.
we go.
Okay.
Grayson, go away.
It's okay. We've only been gone. We've only been on vacation for 2 weeks. It's fine. Everything is a
All right.
is a trial and error. Okay. As long as we stay at current volume, the music is fine. Okay, let's stick with it.
We'll go with it.
We're gonna go with it. Alright, so I guess because I mentioned him first, I'm gonna draw my boy. Because and I know I've like changed up his design every now and then, but for the most part, he's been very consistent in design, and I think a lot of it kind of, I mean, obviously it definitely pulls from a self-fulfilling fantasy, so that, you know, it makes sense. His ears need to be bigger.
Let me see. I'll draw the first iteration of Addie.
Oh yeah, do
I can
that.
find him. Yeah, he's my favorite character design that like has changed over time.
Yeah, Addie's been through like a lot of changes, like in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, the reason. What?
It's just not a bad thing, is what she said.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad thing. The reason for that was he was just kind of like a one-off character I made, and then, you know, I was asked to join in on Sacred World, and I was like, man, I want to redesign him. So I did, and then he turned into who he is now.
Sass master.
See, he's so sassy. Oh my god.
That's sassy.
He's very opinionated.
Yeah. I mean, given the current state of the world, he's going to be opinionated. Yeah, like even his personality is like almost completely different. Kind of.
He's a lot more, because I remember when he was first made for mostly just text-based roleplay.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, like, yeah, you could definitely see there was a difference in character when he was actually brought into a campaign like Sacred World.
Mm-hmm. I remembered drawing him because I just wanted him to look different than my other characters
Right.
at the time. Because I was like, I'm gonna make a blonde guy, and he's gonna have like the
I love
chin
how
scruff.
determined you were.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a blonde man.
And I was like, he's gonna have green skin because I actually read somewhere where someone was playing a Circle of Spores druid, and they had said that their character had green skin because of the symbiotic relationship that their character had with like the spores and stuff. And I was like, that's a sick idea. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
But yeah, that's why I wanted to have him have green skin, because you know what? Why not? This is when This is when Addie would wear normal clothes.
I was like, wait a minute, you're drawing him in a shirt. Hold on.
Yeah, he had a shirt, and he actually had a like a cloak thing that he wore. For some reason, I don't. It's so out of his wheelhouse. Addie, why are you doing
clothes?
But
what are they?
I love it. I adore his design now.
Oh,
like
same.
I have so much fun with it. I think it's a lot better than what it looks like now. I do miss his short hair, kind of.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did have short
He did
hair.
have short hair.
Yep. He had real short hair.
Alright, let me get in here and start lining this boy.
But that just goes to show, original designs just change over time.
Oh yeah,
Like
sure.
due to different circumstances, and I think it's always for the better.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I always like take for instance like West, who's been very consistent in like design. I've made like changes here and there depending on like the arc and like the environment that he's in, and I think that's kind of what works for him, is that he's a very, I guess, basic in design but distinct enough that if you change it up, you can still recognize who he is as a character.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here, let me do this to the sketch layer real quick.
Oh, thank you. I remember looking back on, because I still have West's original character sheet that I first made like 2 years ago at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And like his first sketch is in there, like that, the little box where it's like character, like, character description or like a picture. I actually drew out that little sketch of him right then, like I think like the day of the game, like just as we were going through session 0, and I just sketched him out. And he, for the most part, kind of looks the same. I mean, I went through like a few style changes here and there, but I think one thing that I've noticed is that he looks very more mature in that picture, and that's kind of scary.
Spooked.
Because I think it kind of like, it kind of shows the direction I initially wanted to take West as a character. I like his little smashed up nose. I think that's like my favorite thing about him.
Is a bad thing, but like I know definitely when you're doing like character work for other people,
Mm-hmm.
they usually want options.
Oh yeah.
At least you should, at least. But most of the time people are just like, oh yeah, I know exactly how I want them to look. So
I always love it when, like, at least when I'm drawing for other people, if it's for myself, I really don't care. But when I'm drawing for other people, I fucking love it when they bust out a color palette.
I've only had someone do that once for a color palette.
I
I've
really
had
do
someone
like that.
I've had someone give me access to a Pinterest board, which was
Oh.
awesome.
That's amazing.
I was like, oh my god, like here's the Pinterest board for this character. I was like, perfect. God, Addie looks like a little preppy man.
Don't hate me, but if
Yeah.
you get rid of those bangs,
Yeah.
just saying.
Well, they're related.
They are. I mean,
Yeah.
if you take those
He just-
bangs
he just
and you
needs
make
a-
them go
he just
this
needs a
way.
Yeah.
Oh man, how did you
And
come
that's
up
funny
with
be-
Irian? I need to know.
Irian was for the one shot that I ran.
Oh,
where
yeah.
Addie got kidnapped. Yeah, he was in a one shot. That's all he was for.
And did we even ever encounter him?
No,
No, he didn't.
we did not. We did not encounter him.
You guys saw
I know who we did run into in that one
Rock-
shot, and he
saw
is now a
Rocco.
full-blown character of his own.
the Rocco and who else?
I don't give a shit about Rocco.
Colin.
Yes.
Colin? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Addie's like super handsome.
We know this, Lynn.
I'm just saying like this. Like hello.
Yes, he's very. I love his little stumpy elf ears so much.
Okay, so my thing with ears, human ears look like this.
Oop.
Then there's the half elf are the exact same like size as human ears, except they have the point, and then
Yeah.
you've got like the elf ears that are like
I like
super
that.
long. I don't like the elf ears that are like World of Warcraft kind, where they're like this long, like that.
Whoops.
It's just not my preference.
No, that's fair.
It's funny because that's how I see Cole's tiefling ears.
That's always how I draw elf ears too. So I'm like, oh shit.
It doesn't seem like a bad thing. It's just not my preference.
So then I just draw this motherfucker.
Son.
My son. Have you seen my son?
I was shocked that Irian has such a fan base. Actually,
Would you call
know
it a
what?
fan? Would you call it a fan base?
Yeah. I would.
You know what? After that quote that I saw on your Facebook, I would count it. Yeah.
Because there's people talk about him all the time. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
a fan base.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, people talk about him. Why are you so obsessed with me, baby?
Baby.
Then again, he gets
Yeah,
mauled by bears in the woods, and he's just like, oh yeah, she's obsessed with me. Can't get me out of her head. I live there rent free.
Yeah. So in Addie's original like story that I had written for him, this is not Sacred World lore at all. So
Yeah.
don't connect the two. Addie originally has a phylactery for a heart because he was resurrected. He had actually died out in the woods, and his father had found him and freaked out, and found someone, a lich actually, to resurrect him on the grounds that he would have to carry that woman's phylactery with him at all times in his heart. And every time he would do rites to help someone like move on to the other side, he would actually every now and then consume their souls for the phylactery, because that's how that keeps going. So that was a fun little bit of lore. But
Except for Colin's, because Colin is resting peacefully with his trusty steed Peaches, right?
yes, yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
Colin was not a part of that, so it's fine.
Good. We should talk about Colin.
Colin actually, he has not had a new iteration. That was his original design.
I love that. I mean, I would say his zombie form was his original design for sure.
Wow.
Fair.
Well, because we met him as a zombie first
I
in
know,
that one, like in that text adventure, like okay, so for this whole text adventure, Addie went missing, and it was what?
I realized something. That was my original design for Cole.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The class I played him in there was different than my plan in Sacred World.
This is very true. I also played my original form of Ziffer in that game too, before I turned him into a Circle of Stars druid.
But yes, you were saying.
Yes. What was I saying?
The text space star for you.
Yeah. So it was a whole thing where Addie went missing, and we basically banded together with a few characters and people and went out into the world that he was from to try and rescue him because we didn't know what happened to him. And so along the way, there like Lynn DM'd it for us, and it was really awesome. And we had like random encounters here and there with some of the NPCs that Lynn built. Like Rocco was one of them. He's very, very frustrating to work with as an NPC. But I think that's just him as a character. What?
I love Rocco.
Rocco is okay.
Oh, you guys met Lucas.
Oh right, Lucas, you're adorable little artificer boy. I love him.
Yep. Can you imagine Lucas and like Ragnar being buddies?
Aww, I love that. Oh
That'd be
goodness,
cute.
I have to read chat real quick. All right. Hi, awesome peoples. Hello, Carmela Shops. Shelbert, I can't escape him. Irian constantly plagues my dreams.
Fan!
That must mean I'm your dream boy, baby! I want you to know
Why'd
that.
you make him sound like a gangster?
I don't know.
You gave him the transatlantic news, voice.
But why does it fit him, though?
Listen here, sweetheart.
Listen here, sweetheart.
Oh dear God.
No. Alright. I yelled fuck off at the screen. Perfect. Excellent. Alright, Cold Crusader. I actually had an initial design for my, for Redden, and then my friends and I commissioned me, a Vic, for a group shot, and I ended up making Redden look like Anakin, which worked way too well for him. Oh no.
I remember you saying that too.
Oh no. Apparently I made, Jason's, Warhammer character, or his Dark Heresy character, Redden, look like Anakin Skywalker. When I did the group commission for their stream, which is really fantastic. Yes, yes, Shelby, you have to see his sticky note at your work every day. He sits on the wall by the mixer, staring at you with those damn stupid eyes.
Has Shelby seen the zesty tier that you made of him?
No.
Well,
No, she has not.
well, if
Probably
you want to
gonna-
see more
I'm
of
about to get. Oh
if
god.
you'd like to see more of Irian and Jayon,
There's zesty art.
I'm scared. You should be.
you should be. There's zesty art of Irian and
It's
Jayon.
the night he It's the night he snuck into the druid camp.
Yep.
I also love the fact that I was the one who you were like, oh man, I don't know what to draw.
Yeah, I love how.
Tyrion.
Yeah, you can all thank Tabitha for giving me the idea because I was like, I don't know who to draw for this month, and Tabitha just said, just draw Irian.
My
So,
boy alone.
It's very
My
good
poor
art.
child.
It's very good art.
It is very good
I'm
art.
very proud of it. Hold on,
So is
just a
he.
little more olive. What?
I said, so is he. He's very proud of it too.
He's very he's. Before I got kicked out of my
Sorry.
parents' place, I'll have you know, I had a sculpture done of me, and my profile is just absolutely immaculate. That's something he would say to Lena, and she just would not give a shit.
It's like, I don't care. Please go away.
I'm a trust fund baby. You can trust me.
I'm a trust fund, baby. You can trust me. Yeah.
God.
That is absolutely Aryan. You cannot change my mind. There we go. So I realized I have West and more red tones, if anything. Wow, I didn't even intentionally do that. I just realized that whenever I do West's color palette, at least when it comes to like the browns and the skin tones, I always have them on the redder end of the spectrum. So, what?
I have like a method for when I do, because that's very similar. Like West's skin tone is very similar to what Addie's is, or not Addie's, what Alistair's is.
Oh, they're
Because
red boys.
yeah, so I have to adjust Alistair's a little bit just to make sure they don't blend together.
Aw.
But I intentionally made Grayson's skin tone is a like a yellow kind of based,
Yeah, 'cause
like olive skin.
Yeah, because you match them with a lot of greens usually.
I match it with a lot of purples and greens, and also it is what my skin tone is. I have olive skin, so I was like, yep, he's gonna do that. Also, he's a naturally like paler character, and I think it just looks better on him.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so when he's matched with purple and has a yellow undertone, it works nicely because they're contrasting colors.
Perfect.
Boop, boop, boop.
Alright, so
Handsome lad.
look at that handsome lad. So as we color up these boys and finish them off, what should we work on next? I know an idea that kind of sat with me a little bit today was because yesterday we entertained a thought that Tabitha had, was what we would be if we had to roll on the reincarnation wheel.
You guys want to do that again?
I kind of
stick with the one.
I want to stick with the one I had because I really like it.
I would love to see your version. I am not drawing myself as a kobold.
Why not? I already drew as a kobold.
I know.
You are a very adorable kobold. Thank you.
Lynn, does this mean you want to re-roll?
Can we give you? What if we gave you a cravat? Would you be happier if you had a cravat?
What cravat?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Make you look fancy.
Fancy cravat. Hold on. Come on, Eddie. I definitely want to see what you'd look like, though, as a tief.
As a feral tiefling?
Yes.
So mind you, I specifically rolled a feral tiefling.
And I remember you being like, I have to look up what that is.
I did. I had to look up what the difference was between that and an infernal tiefling, and it turns out it's because I can change out what my infernal legacy is. I could either, God, I can't remember. It had something to do with one of the options was I could have wings if I so wished, which is, knowing me as a person, is something I would never want in my life because I am fucking terrified of heights.
Same.
Let's see, feral tiefling. There was like something that's like hellish curse or something like that, and I was like, that sounds like a thing I'd be into.
Hell yeah.
Okay. You can replace the tiefling's ability score increase trait. Like, tieflings usually get the +2 charisma and +1 intelligence, and I could change it for the +2 dexterity and 1 to intelligence. Which, 1 point of intelligence is not doing me a lot of favors. Let's see, I can replace Tiefling's Infernal Legacy trait with one of the following 3 sub-options. I could have Devil's Tongue, which changes all of my racial cantrips and spells gained. Hellfire, which changes one of the racial spells gained but keeps the others unchanged. This technically modifies Infernal Legacy rather than replacing it entirely, but for simplicity, you know, that whatever. So basically, okay, let me look at this again.
I need you to make 3 different versions of the same.
No, that's too much work for me.
You can do sketches.
I know.
I'm just
But
saying,
one of the options I
your
could
first
get
idea,
is if I so wish, I could have
not
wings.
your best.
I know. That's why I'm the eldest of 3 children. Ha 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 ha.
There'll be no negative self-talk here, thank you. That's illegal.
What are you gonna do, arrest me?
Yes. You're like, oh heck.
Oh shit. I mean, as far as I can tell, they just look like a normal tiefling. It's just they have the option of having wings if they so wish. Which, no thank you. I'll just draw me as a tiefling then. Oh, what do I want to... Because usually when I make tieflings, I always like to use some kind of animal trait. What do I want? Or what do I embody, I guess?
Something you'd have to figure out.
I know. God damn it. I hate self-reflection. I don't want to think about me.
I am proud of this.
What'd you do?
I forgot how light his hair was.
So light. So short. So
light, so short,
very
so
nice.
handsome.
Look at that boy. Looks very nice. Right now, Tabitha is lining out her first concept she ever did of Cole when she made him.
Yep. He was a charismatic-based spellcaster, and now he's a wisdom-based.
And how has that changed how you roleplay him?
It hasn't. he's still a... The only thing is that, he's classified as a knowledge cleric, but that don't mean shit.
He has a want for knowledge.
I just remember Cole showing up at the tavern RP, just being an a-hole.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, originally I had him as a a-hole, as a folly for Dis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then Addie came into the picture.
And calmed
I
him
don't even
the
know how the
fuck
hell
down.
that happened.
Calmed him the fuck down real quick.
I
idea
don't
how
know
that
either.
happened.
It was the mushroom. It was like talking about how like okay he was with dying, I think. It's just like, yeah, it just happens. It's fine.
It's a thing. Just don't worry about it too much.
Yeah. Don't overthink it.
There we go.
And then it turned into a thing where I was like, okay, what does Cole think about that? I rolled percentiles and he got really high and I'm like, okay, he really is like...
You got really high off that mushroom? What?
No. It was one of those things where it's like, huh, gonna go seek knowledge in that, and it literally turned into him going out of his way to go and...
Mushrooms!
Yeah, literally go truffle hunting.
That's so cute.
Aww.
I say truffle hunting, but it was just a random mushroom that he found, and he brought it back, and it's like, here's something else for you to talk to. I think overall he just found that it was fascinating that Addie could just talk to mushrooms.
Good boy.
He's such a good boy.
I kind of miss his short hair now.
Oh god, I swear, if Addie's hair gets cut anytime soon.
Oh, got it.
That-
That's fine.
Don't you dare assimilate to the modern man, Addie. Don't you do it.
That's what Rocco would say. Like, don't do it, man. It's not worth it.
The hell you think you're doing? You want to be like normal people? Fuck them. Shit, maybe me and Rocco would get along. Oh, damn it.
I love how you're like, ah, shit.
Nope. Time to play the game of is it gunshots? Is it fireworks? We'll never know because it's Texas.
Yeah. Only one of those is illegal, and it's not the fireworks.
Yep.
Wait, yeah, only one of them's legal, and it's not the fireworks.
Yes. I'm trying to get this to like not look shitty.
Okay, come on. You can do it, PC. You can do it.
Can it?
It's trying. It's trying its best. Oh my god, it's still trying.
There.
Kayla, fireworks echo, gunshots do not.
I love this boy so much.
Sydney, Squidly just said, get out of my room, Vic, I just said that.
Sorry, I'm living in your walls now.
You two eating the colorful spaghetti?
I don't eat the colorful spaghetti. I just like to make a nest out of it.
Of course you do.
Yes.
I love how Wes is just slowly taking on all of the different classes.
It's a story thing for me.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it's one of those things where initially I've always wanted Wes to kind of come into being a spellcaster because it's something that's innately been locked away inside him, but I just didn't know which path to take for it. And I guess it was like when Addie first joined the party was when I guess I started thinking more along the lines of, you know what, maybe he would have that connection to the earth, he just never tapped into it because it was something that had been closed off very early in his life when his mother died.
Mm-hmm.
Because thinking about it, I'm like, oh wait, maybe his mother was a druid. That's why they were able to live off the land so well for themselves, despite just being a mother and a child, like, and a young child too, just alone in the
Mm-hmm.
woods, having no contact with the outside world. So that was a thought. And I just kind of, like, went and ran with that. But yeah, I like it. I like how it's shaping him a bit. He's becoming a little bit more, I guess... I mean, he's always been outspoken, but... I guess in regards for himself, he's being a little bit more... He's having more agency for himself. Which I guess he's always been a person that would put the needs of others and opinions of others before his own, so he just kind of stays in the back and just doesn't say what bothers him. He'll just get mad about it quietly, but now he's being a little bit more outspoken for himself. And I do like
Everyone's getting more outspoken in Sacred World all of a sudden.
I mean, I like it. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He had that miscoloration going on his face.
Yeah.
Because he was a true moldy boy.
Mm-hmm. He had mold, and like he had mold on that side, and on the other side he had
Yeah, that's right.
the black veins coming up because he was dead.
Okay.
You know, actually, he was. You saw his very, 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 very first
I remember
iteration where
having
he was a
that-
cleric.
Yeah, I remember having that conversation with you. You're like, I'm designing this character, but I don't know, like, you know, you were like trying to work it
didn't fit
out.
him. Yeah. He was actually supposed to be a cleric
Yeah.
who died. He was actually supposed to be an undead. So he was a cleric where like he died and he was resurrected, like kind of like I guess illegally.
Mm-hmm.
And his soul came back to his body, but his body was still dying, basically. So he had to live with that. So that was his first real iteration that I have art of somewhere. He was actually a full elf too, instead of a half elf. But he had the same name, but I didn't like his design. Weird. And guess what? Now look where he's at.
Oh,
He's a handsome man.
he's a very handsome man.
Yeah.
There we go.
They are cuties, thank you. But yeah, I guess another fun fact would be with character design is that Alistair was supposed to have brown hair. So he would have looked even more like West.
You know what's funny?
What?
Thinking on that, because I remember making a comment way back in the day of, like, I guess when I was going through some of my characters for Darkest by Day, and I was like, you know what? I think Kari looked like she would be Alistair's, like, sibling, or at least cousin, because they have, like, the red hair and, like, the golden-ish eyes and the freckles. And, like, I guess you mentioning that Alistair used to have brown hair reminded me that Kari, once upon a time, when I first designed her, had brown hair.
That's pretty funny.
She had straight brown hair, and I cannot fathom thinking about that anymore.
I can't think of Alistair with brown hair. I'm gonna draw Alistair with brown hair because I need to see what that would look
Okay,
like.
I'll draw Kari with brown hair again, because I don't... oh, god. Alright, let me see these guys.
Yeah, let me save them as well. Yeah, he was supposed to have brown hair, like an auburn, like kind of reddish hair, but more on the brown side.
Yeah, that's about what Kari had too.
Yeah. But I distinctly remember being like, I don't like the trope of the red hair, like pale skin, freckles, green eyes. I don't like it. I see it everywhere. And I was just like, you know what? He's going to have red hair, but he's going to be super tan and he's going to have yellow eyes, like gold eyes.
Different.
Yes. He was originally 5'11".
That's my height.
Instead of 6, what is he at? 6'1"? No, that's Grayson.
6'3".
3. Yeah. I always forget his height. I know literally everyone else's height except his. Yeah. Oath of the Ancients, folk hero. Alistair Belmont.
I guess I'll take up.
Hi, everyone. We got a whole bunch of people in chat.
Whoa, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody, for joining.
Thank you for joining. We are talking about character design and iteration and how characters go from their original concept into what they turn into later on down the line.
You know what? Okay, I think I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna draw Concept Kari, and then I'll draw her iteration now next to her.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
We might need a bigger canvas.
Yeah. Expandvus the canvas.
Canvas the canvas. Whoa. Oh goodness. There we go.
I'm just gonna draw his head. I'm not gonna draw like a full body or anything.
Yeah, no, I'm only drawing a bust. Oh, this is gonna be very weird to do.
Let me see if I can find his original concept. He actually wasn't even supposed to be a bro. I remember I drew him because he was my backup character, and then I showed my DM, and he just laughed and said, "Oh my god, he looks like such a bro," and I'm like, "Oh my god, you're right," and it stuck forever.
I already don't like this.
Yep. Like, thanks, I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it. God, I'm already getting flashbacks, and I don't like it.
Yeah, no, like, when you're creating a character, like, especially for what we do with, like, the comic and stuff, we don't tend to, you know, sit there and draw them over and over and over again. Like, we'll come up with ideas.
Which is funny because
and
that's
throw them out.
That's initially when I first started out, that's what I thought people did. Was that if you wanted to get really good at drawing a character or doing character design, you just got to keep drawing them over and over and over again and have like pages filled with character expressions and turnarounds and like all that shit.
I mean, it helps.
It does help, yeah, but like, you know, it's exhausting as fuck.
Yeah, it is. Like, I think it definitely helps, but like when we design characters for the comic and stuff, we don't sit there and draw the same person 10 different ways. We probably should, just to get some ideas out.
We might want to get some character turnarounds done at some point, but we'll cross that bridge later.
But I think I'd like to think that, you know, we've been doing this, like, just artwork in general, that we kind of know, like, what to look for.
Right.
As far as, like, designs and stuff. At least that's what I'm going to say.
Right.
We have the experience.
We have experience.
But it definitely helps, I think, if you're, at least if you're unsure. I mean, I just feel like a lot of these designs come really naturally.
Yeah. When, you know, and as always, if you're wanting to get into art and like trying to like either learn a new trade or skill, or if you're wanting to get know the basics and get started, and like you really want to get good at character design, yeah, the best thing to do probably is to keep drawing your character over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Which, not saying sit down for like 5 to 10 hours at a time and just do nothing but that, because that's not healthy, and you should always take regular breaks and drink your water. Did you drink your water, Lynn?
So says. I have water every evening, thank you.
Okay, just making sure.
Every evening.
Every evening. Good. Fantastic. Oh, I just reminded myself I need to start chapter 5.
The design for Frat came to us really fast.
Oh yeah.
And I love how he looks.
I do too. I can't wait. I've been meaning to draw some I've been meaning to draw some sketches of him because I really love his design.
Jaeon was one that I didn't have to think too hard about either. He's pretty.
His design's been pretty consistent.
Yeah.
He's very pretty.
I swear, it's a curse. It's a curse that I have. All the boys I draw are very pretty.
I mean, that's fair. Oh, shit. Damn it. Stop it.
Here's original Alley.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Cute!
Tablet just took a crap.
Tablet decided no.
Tablet said no. Let me see if I can get it back online real quick. If not, that's gonna suck. Unless it... Oh, that's why it unplugged.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. There it is.
The original Alistair. He's so cute!
Oh my god, I love his double braids. And his little cinnamon hair. Aww.
Yeah. He'll put his hair up like that every now and then, but originally it was like it was a half up, half down like situation that I was trying to go for. And he's got like the Grayson hair a little bit right there too.
Yeah, just the
little
widow's
pop.
peak. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I love characters with widow's peaks.
I mean, that's fair. Ay. Oh my god, I am struggling with this eye.
You at boy.
What?
I'm looking for Alistair again. For a reference.
Where you at, boy? Also, reference is important, yes.
Reference is always important. So, a lot, like, when I first started drawing like this, my main inspiration, because I had no idea how to draw characters like this at all.
Yeah.
Like, I've only been doing this for, like, this will be year 3 that I've been drawing like this.
Honestly, I mean, it's very impressive, and, like, the amount of, like, progress that you've been making in that art, it's been amazing to watch.
I hate to say this, but I do think it's because I was a traditional artist beforehand.
Well, yeah, of course.
I think it just sped up the process for me.
Yeah, because you already had like the basics down for, anatomy for one part, structure. You knew how to structure the drawing. You knew what needed to go where and how help it make sense and be balanced.
But good God, is simplifying the way characters look completely out of my realm.
Oh, for sure. It's
like
a
I watched.
process.
I remember watching you do it and just like how
Don't ask me. I still don't know.
I can draw a realistic looking person easy, but oh my God, can I not do it the other way around?
I was not good at doing traditional stuff to begin with. All of my training came from tracing out of manga chapters, so don't use me as reference for anything.
I think people learn though.
Yeah,
when I first started doing this, I was kind of like looking up like how do people find their style, like that whole kind of thing.
Oh,
and everyone's
God.
like, it'll just
Oh,
come
my
to you
God.
naturally. And I hated that. And I'm like, no,
That's
that's
the
not
worst
helpful.
answer to ever get. Yeah, I hate that. It's
It'll come to you
unfortunately
naturally.
it's true. Unfortunately, it's true. You will find your
To
style.
To an extent.
To an extent, you kind of find your style, I feel, through, I guess, picking and choosing what you like to see visually. Like,
Because when I first started, it one of the things that was suggested was find an art style that you really like, and then just copy it. Like, obviously, don't like literally copy it.
Yeah,
Like, don't say
don't
like, oh, this is
copy
my.
it.
Don't copy it, but like make fan art and like trace over things and like put your character in that like pose or something. Like,
Right.
because it's teaching you how like the face shape looks, like how to simplify hands or like how to do blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, heck yeah, that makes sense. And eventually, when your hand learns how to do it, you don't need those references anymore.
Right, yeah, it becomes muscle memory.
Yeah, they're training wheels essentially.
Basically.
And good God, does the art community like to gatekeep on that? It's stupid.
It really
I hate
is.
everyone who has just something to say about it. It's dumb.
Mhm,
But anyway,
mhm.
it helped me immensely because I was like, I really like the art style of Voltron.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was the thing I really liked. I was like, I want my characters to look like that. and I modeled Grayson. I modeled Grayson after Keith
Fucking knew it.
from Voltron.
Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
He is Shiro. Like, he's modeled after Shiro, like his body type and like the way he's like. That's
Black
the
hair,
like
white stripe.
where I got. Yeah. But like just how they like stood and like how their faces looked, how they had their expressions. It taught me how to do that.
I mean, yeah,
And I think
it's definitely a good place to start.
and you know, obviously my stuff kind of has like hints of it still, kind of.
Yeah.
But
But I know
it's
for sure
kind
now.
of-
Now you're kind of following more of like
just-
classic, classic Disney, or at least I know that's
Yeah,
where you
like-
pulled some inspiration from.
Yeah, I'm learning how to do it. It hasn't like gotten into my hands just yet, but there are some like little things that I think have been like showing up. It'll change over time again. Like, it'll be super Disney looking, and then it'll change again. Like, that's just
All I can
how
think
it
of
is.
like that one time you drew Grayson very, very Disneyfied, and it scared me.
Oh, it was disgusting. I hated it.
He was like, "Good God, who is he? Why does he look like he's about to break out into song over something?"
He's a Disney prince.
I mean, Rhoda definitely fits the evil stepmother archetype, so check that box off.
Yeah, no kidding.
Alistair is definitely a classic Disney prince for sure. God, he reminds me of what's his name from Enchanted. The prince.
Yeah.
Grade A himbo prince.
Voltron is questionable in content, but I love me some Shiro. Yeah, I watched like the first like, I wouldn't say the season. I watched the first couple of episodes, and I would talk to somebody about it. I was like, man, this is really awesome, and they're like, just stop watching it now. I was
You're
like, oh, okay, I
Damn.
understand.
Ouch.
So I stopped, and I feel like I've kept myself from getting hurt.
As somebody who,
That's why I don't watch TV shows.
because
I get too invested.
somebody's gonna just walk up to you and be like, "Just stop right now."
Just save yourself.
It's as somebody who invested themselves in the beginning and didn't want to be a quitter and just went all the way through to the end. You saved yourself a lot of hours.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like, I know bits and pieces of what happened and, like, the controversy surrounding it. Like, I know that, but I didn't succumb to it.
I stayed in longer than I should have, and the only reason I stayed longer was because they introduced me to a character that was 100% my type.
Oh.
And fuck, god damn it.
Who was it? Who was it?
I don't want to say because I don't want you to have that satisfaction.
I need to know who it is, because if it's the person I'm thinking of, I modeled him after Jaeon.
Yeah.
Or Jaeon modeled after him.
It's probably why I like Jaeon so much.
Do you want to?
Do I want to what?
Who is it?
Oh,
Who is
my
it?
goodness, Whiskey.
Whiskey demands it.
Whiskey demands, God damn. Fucking.
Words! Use them!
No, I don't wanna.
Well,
it was
if it's who I think it is, that's who I modeled.
it was definitely a purple boy, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I modeled Jaeon after. So it's think of that guy and Shiro
Yeah.
as besties.
Tall purple boy, long,
Yep.
beautiful hair. God damn it.
Yep. So yeah.
I've had whole discussions about how bisexuals are incapable of having good taste in men.
You like Grayson so much?
Yes.
Listen. I feel ya, okay?
Yes.
He wasn't supposed to be like that.
It's okay. It's okay. His taste got him places.
Wasn't supposed to be like that.
But now he has 4 children, and it's great.
I know, I never expected that. He actually, in the original Alistair comic, he actually, his design, his older gentleman design was actually designed by me a long time ago.
What I fell in love with?
For the original Alistair comic.
That's right.
Before I hired Vic on as like the writer for it, I had another writer who was an old friend of mine who I played D&D with, and the story was about like the very first chapter. I think we had Alistair running into a wizard who lived in the woods, and it was Grayson, but he was like much older. And it was supposed to be like the aftermath of the campaign that we played in. And Grayson had a half-elven kid with another of the like members of like the party, and it was a whole thing because in the D&D game that we played, half-elves were like considered abominations because they were close to God and they were being exterminated for some reason. We never finished the campaign, so I don't know like what the big storyline with that was, but basically he had this half-elven kid that he had to hide away in the woods. So older gentleman Grayson was made long before any of this had taken place, but his design's still pretty much the same for the most part. And I remember showing it to you, Vic.
Yes.
And you just being like, "Excuse me."
Like, excuse me, who is this man? I love him.
Do you know who he is, Vic?
I know. I was shocked. My entire world was turned upside down, and I was like, I love this man very much.
And now it's canon.
Chat.
Oh.
I'm ignoring chat. I will not repeat the words that are said.
That we cannot repeat those words.
Yeah, we actually cannot repeat those words because Twitch gets mad about it.
For some reason, I really don't know why.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, it's a thing now where I actually can't say that, and it's funny. I think it's funny, and I don't understand why it's a thing, but you know, it's a thing now, so.
Yeah.
Oh well. I'll have you know that it took me like I think half a year to figure out what that meant, because I had no idea. All of a sudden, the youth started saying it, and I was like, I don't understand what's being said.
The youths.
The youths. I was very confused. Because it's like, at first, it was something that I didn't pay much attention to, and then, like, all of a sudden, all of the YouTube creators I follow started saying it, and I was like, what is happening? Why are we saying
what this means?
What is happening now? I don't understand.
I know. It is not I that is out of touch.
It is not I, it's... No, it's not me. Clearly, it's the children.
Alistair, you sweet bean.
Oh, look at him. He's so cute. That hairstyle should come back, though.
Which one?
The OG one.
The double braids?
Yeah.
He has that hairstyle for, Rise of Dema.
Yeah, he does.
He has double braids.
Yeah, his hair's down for that one.
Hmm?
So that he can
I love playing
pull it
with
out of
his
the
hair.
helmet and just, like, shake it out.
Long, flowing hair. You know what? I actually remember I made Addie have short hair because all my other characters had long hair. And now look what happens.
All your characters have long, majestic manes.
Because I don't. That's why.
The only one who doesn't is Irian. And Rocco.
I love Rocco's hair.
Rocco has very fluffy hair.
I love his hair. It just
I'm astounded at how fluffy it is for a man who probably does not shower very often.
Rocco's very clean. He's my only druid that actually like understands like how like I guess civilized society works, and he's like okay with it. He's like the domesticated one of all the druids, but he's just an a-hole. Yeah, it's because like he travels and like he helps people like with their dreams. Like he's basically a psychologist. Weirdly enough, like with what he does. But yeah, he's actually the clean one. Weirdly enough, that's why his hair's so fluffy. Only his druidic animal is the boar.
Yes.
The
I
pig.
mean, yeah. There's one
I think my
thing
favorite
that he has.
my favorite thing about his design is his earrings.
I love his gauges. Those are so cool.
Because I was like, how am I going to represent
As
him
somebody who
being a boar?
As somebody who would never have gauges, I love his gauges. They're fucking amazing.
Well, because Addy has his deer, like his antlers. That's because it's his druidic animal, and that's also his focus. I'm like, what are Rocco's if he's a boar? I'm like, he'll have boar tusks to like mimic a boar.
Oh, I can't wait for Wes to find his druid animal. That'll be great.
Oh, that'll be fun. It'll be so cute.
Aww.
It can be a boar, baby.
He's if anything, he probably has like all of the energy of a razorback, so that makes perfect sense for him.
Yeah.
Big fuzzy boy who you see rummaging through the trash cans at 4 a.m. in a neighborhood he has no business being in, and you're just very frightened to see him, and he's very large. Yeah, he's a razorback.
Aw. Cute? Oh.
What? Yeah, he'd be so cute. Oh my goodness, Kari, what happened? I honestly don't know where the red hair came from. Oh, you missed his entire hairline.
Oh yeah, hold on. It's okay, bro. I'm bald.
He just went Simpson logic for a minute.
Zoop.
Where does the champ? Oh
Oof.
no. Oof. Sir. Are we angry that we're not getting pets right now?
I mean, I'd be angry.
That nobody's here to pet you. He was so spoiled, and now he's just demanding everything now. Oh, look at them. They honestly look like they could be related, and I think that's funny.
That is pretty funny. Remember I told you about how Alistair's original voice was supposed to be?
He's supposed to be like Irish.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Scottish,
like,
that's right.
He's supposed to. His original voice that I was practicing, if I ever had to play him in his old game, was akin to Pippin from Lord of the Rings.
Ah, I love that. I do love that.
But now he's just a bro.
He's such a bro. Alright, let me save this.
Oh, they're all talking about slang words now.
These
On
youths
chat.
these days.
Youths. What was a slang word from when we were growing up?
From what year?
Let's say like middle school, high school.
Oh, jeez.
Totes from the Goats was one.
Oh, God.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that one. Well, let me ask somebody who's let me ask somebody who was like way more social than I was in that time period. Hey Tab, do you remember any slang words from middle school or high school?
I'm looking them up right now.
I don't know, just shit that was said in high school.
Early 2000s slang.
Like early 2000s slang. That's tight. Oh fuck.
You go, girl.
You go, girls.
Oh, cool beans.
Oh my god, I used to say cool beans.
Shelbert says Totes My Goats gives me heartburn. Hey, okay, Vic, hear me out.
Yeah.
A satyr NPC named Totes My Goats.
I love it, thanks.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, I'm just drawing that real quick. I felt compelled in my soul.
Or like one that was popular with me was like this guy, but he's like from like the 80s though.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whatever.
I remember. Oh man, I remember. It was like a very specific like, I want to say genre of clothing. Where it had
Awesome
like,
Sauce is one.
Awesome Sauce. It was a very specific genre of clothing where it was like these T-shirts that would just have this huge muscle dog on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just like this giant anthro like Rottweiler or something, and it was like Big Dog or whatever.
I do remember that. That was a. What was that?
I don't know. Everybody's
also, like,
first
this
furry
weird-
encounter apparently.
There's also like that weird like I still see it trend, but not really, where it's like the Looney Tunes, but they're all gangster.
Yes, I remember that.
That was a weird thing.
That was a weird art period to go through.
I'm looking at all these slang words, and it's when you end every like word with a Z.
Oh yeah.
Represent.
Cool beans.
Z. Or hold on.
Stop. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. No.
We're going back. We're
Nuh-uh.
going back.
No. We're not going back to scene period. We're not doing this.
I wanted to be a scene kid so bad, but I
Lynn,
didn't.
No. Please don't say that
I
to
did-
me.
I didn't have the the bravery to do that.
I'm imagining like stereotypical scene killer.
I didn't have any of that.
And, yeah, like
I didn't have the state.
all like the little rubber bangles and like the torn up jeans and. There.
No. Listen, I liked the look, but I could never pull it off. If that makes sense. I have like pictures of me. Like, here, draw me real quick, and I'll put an outfit on me.
Oh, okay. So do you just want like a base kind of like?
Yeah. I'll show you what I wore every day. In middle school, I wore fluorescent orange pants. They were like made of windbreaker material, and they actually zipped off into shorts.
I remember those pants.
They were awesome.
Lynn.
What? Okay. So, let me get in here. So, I had Jack Skellington armbands that went up my arms. And they were like striped. Like, so they look like that. I wore like Vans,
Yes, of course.
of course.
Of
Of
course.
course. And then I also had like knee-high socks.
You wanna hear something really sad?
What?
I bought my first pair of Vans like 2 years ago.
Mine weren't Vans, but they looked like Vans.
I was not allowed to own things unless it was approved, so I never got Vans because they were deemed as the delinquent shoe.
The delinquent shoe.
Well, cause like skater kids that would do weed would wear them, and I was not allowed to have those.
And I had like a hoodie on constantly.
I mean, valid.
Like, it was a black hoodie
Yeah, valid.
constantly.
I think
Then I also wore.
Oh,
I had a beanie hat that I wore.
and now it's a hat.
There.
I need you to know
Oh,
those TikToks bring me so much joy.
I also had braces.
Oh, Lynn. That's fucking
I
valid. That's valid as shit. Oh god, me too.
I was a cool youth, and
I think I got my braces off first year of high school, and I was just like, God, finally.
I did. I think it was like after my freshman year.
Yeah. Because all I remember was I first got them when I was 8 years old, and it was just pain constantly.
Oh god, I got mine when I was in middle school.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in it for the long
I
haul.
I thought I had them for 4 years.
I think I had braces all through middle school, for the most part. And then I went through that weird period where I had to have them on and off because my teeth kept shifting too much. And then I had a permanent retainer installed in my lower jaw. And then I had a period where I had like a semi-permanent retainer in the top half of my mouth through the rest of middle school.
I forgot. I always had a messenger bag as well.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I look like I'd just be making the like sound. Anyway, we're 1,000% off topic, but whatever.
We really are.
But wait, no, this could be this. We could tie this in as this is our prototype, and
That's
then who we are now. Yeah, that's me.
Perfect.
That's prototype me. What did you look like? Like, did you do anything like extreme at all, or were you just like t-shirt, jeans, done forever?
Let's see. The best way I can say this is I wasn't allowed to dress myself ever. But if I did dress myself, it was definitely just t-shirt and jeans, but that wasn't acceptable. So yeah.
You can put yourself in my my outfit right there.
Oh,
you can be me.
For sure. Let me get rid of the braces real quick. Yeah, let me just
step into my shoes. There we go.
There it is. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I didn't have.
I am with I'm with Jason. I did not have style until I graduated and moved out.
Even I still don't have style.
I barely have style at this point. I get my style in a box monthly, and I have somebody else tell me what to wear. And sometimes I'll buy it.
Well,
yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Jeans and t-shirts or oversized sweaters or hoodies is like my just default now.
Then again, I had to completely rework what style was for me in the past like 5 years.
Yeah. I'd imagine that was kind of a thing.
Also, hello, Rosette.
Old slang words. Yes, hello, Rosette.
Oh my god, I remember layered t-shirts. I remember that was a thing.
Where you had like the long shirt underneath the t-shirt.
You'd always have like a cami or like just a sleeveless shirt underneath the t-shirt because layers. I love seeing those TikToks every now and then that say, "Tell me you're from like the early 2000s without telling me," and somebody just like shows their layered t-shirt. And I'm like, yeah.
Did that?
I remember when t-shirts were purposefully made to look like layered t-shirts, but they weren't. They just had a little piece of fabric sewn on the bottom to make it look like they were layered.
I do remember that.
Yeah, it was annoying as hell. All right, what are we drawing next?
Do we want to redesign Rhoda?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down for it. Let me go get another playlist because I realized ours just ran out.
Oh, yeah, sure. So, we're gonna do a live redesign of Grayson's mother.
Yeah, because
she needs to be reset.
Before we
redraw her, can we do a redraw, like show the progression of Tabin?
Yes, absolutely.
Because that is vital. It's like he had a glow up.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I blame you.
Thank you.
Be like, yes, I will take this one.
All right, so what are we doing?
I'll draw Tabin, my original design for Tabin on the left, and you can draw what he looks like now.
Oh, okay. Oh god, I remember the you showed me the first like ever drawing of Tabin, and I was like, no, no.
Tabin and Grayson.
That's right. Yeah, it was like a family portrait.
Yep.
So, I guess let's explain Tabin as a character.
So, Tabin was created by my old DM for the old campaign that Grayson was in, as obviously Grayson's father. He was a noble, and in that campaign's lore, like, the nobles were a matriarchy. So he actually married into the noble family, not Rhoda, the wife. Which I always thought was like super cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember what his maiden name was, or man's name.
His manly name?
His manly name. I don't remember what it was. But he was always like the kind one. He was always super nice. He, like, their family, like the Tatterics, like their family was all about procuring gemstones for royalty. And he happened to be the son of a guy who, or a woman, I guess I should say, who ran mines. So that's, like, their pairing was, like, planned, like, predetermined, solely for, like, business purposes. But he loved her very much, which is weird to think about. They loved each other very much, which I don't like saying at all.
That's a very cursed statement that you just said.
Yeah. And he was just a guy. He unfortunately met an untimely end, but also he was doing some shady business on the side that we didn't really get to uncover too much, other than he had a relationship with the BBEG in the game that Grayson found out and was like, oh.
It seems to be a common trend for Tabin to have some kind of marital scandal.
Yeah. I remember when my old DM Eric like dropped that bomb, because Grayson had been like getting constantly, I guess, like his messages back home intercepted, and it was from like the big bad of the game. And Grayson sat there one day and had tea with the big bad,
right. And
at one point it was dropped like, we were lovers, and I was just like, oh, what? And then we also found out that Tabin had been a vigilante that was like stealing things, like, and I thought that was awesome. And the fun thing is like you came up with the exact same idea, which I find hilarious. It's like it's meant to be.
Yeah, it's just always in his character to be a vigilante, to be this very gentleman thief kind of character.
Yeah. It was when my old DM was like, hey, because I was learning French, and he's like, hey, he speaks fluent French and like 4 other languages, and he's like, hey, you should really listen to Arsène Lupin, Gentleman Cambrioleur, like the Gentleman Thief. You should really listen to those, or like read the books and something. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds great. And I listened to it. I'm like, oh my god.
You're like, wait, hold on.
I was like, this is Lupin. This is like the guy I used to watch as a kid. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh my god. And then that whole mess happened.
Oh yes. I very much love Tabin as the magpie. That's one of my favorite things that we came up with for him.
I really liked the name Magpie because I was listening to a song by is it Mika? I think that's how you pronounce his name, Mika.
Yeah, I think so.
But there was a song called I don't remember what the song was called, but there's a line in the song that says, "Like a magpie, I live for glitter and not you."
Ooh.
And I was like, "Yep, that's him."
I love Tavin. I love how he just kind of evolved as a character. And I think it was like through the high school roleplay, I think, is where you really like pulled him out. And we're like, wait, hold on.
Yeah. Like, who's this man?
Pause.
And
who's he?
It just made me sad because I remember having to play him, just watching his son just get,
shit on by his mother.
Yeah, and he knew there was nothing he could do, and it just hurt me.
But then we took him and we're like, but what if there was something he could do?
Oh, yay! Jason subscribed to Tier 1!
Oh,
Thanks,
nice. Thanks, dude.
Jason. Thank you. Yes, so, yeah, the high school AU is where I really wanted to, like, take him for my own. I kind of stole him. Sorry, Eric.
No, don't apologize. He's your character's father. You're allowed to do that.
I know, but, I want to say he's a completely different person now.
Of course.
I mean, he's still got, like, the traits and stuff, but
yeah.
I honestly, I liked how my old DM handled, like, parents and, like, backstories, because basically he was like, you don't get to choose those things in real life. I do. I'm your DM. So, like, he got to choose, like, this is who your parent is, this is how they act. Like, I really enjoyed that because it kind of gave, like, a bit of a limitation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I enjoyed that, so. But I really wanted to just play Tabin as, like, someone else. And then, Zevris happened.
Yeah, Zevris did happen.
Oopsies!
Whoopsie-daisies.
Yeah, that was still such a fun RP moment where I was just like, oh yeah, surprise.
Surprise.
Oh, another fun fact with just Grayson from his old game was he, like, a lot of his clothing was based off of, like, kind of like a Middle Eastern, like, Morocco kind of aesthetic, so a lot of his clothing looked like that. It was super fun. But I don't get to really dress like have him dress like that anymore. But he had, like, harem pants.
Oh god.
And, like, he did can you
I can't fathom
imagine
that right now.
Grayson's legs and harem pants?
Good lord. Grayson.
Yeah. But yeah, he had harem pants on, and, like, he would have those like, very specific cut, like robes and stuff like that had, like, the big collar like this and stuff, and it was very neat, like, just how this, like, aesthetic was, because it wasn't like your typical, like, European, like, kind of thing happening,
Right.
which was quite refreshing.
I just want to say that if Tabin was a romance option in an RPG, I would 100% go for it.
We made him too hot.
He's too hot. How do we go about designing a dating RPG for this man?
Really enjoyed, because I made a dating RPG, like, screen, like a mock screen for Alistair and Grayson, and I loved doing that. I really should like just
should do
make a
more.
whole bunch of
Oh my
them.
God.
I should just make a whole bunch of them and then post them somewhere and see what people say. Like, is this a real game?
Hey, I'm just saying, Valentine's Day is the next holiday. And that's a thing you could do as a thing for the holiday.
Bold of you to assume I have time to do that.
I know. But if you find yourself in a point where you're like, hey, I need something to do.
I need some downtime. Yeah.
I think that would be pretty awesome to do. Just make like a whole bunch of screenshots and then just post them. People be like, what the fuck is this? Which, I mean, mobile dating sims are a very popular thing now, so it's totally believable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm just having to deal with the fact that I haven't
Hear-
drawn his glasses
hear me
yet,
out.
and I have to stare at this.
Hear me out.
Yes.
I'll make those like little screenshots like I did of Grayson's dating sim,
Ooh.
but do it of Sacred World characters.
Oh my god.
And then that could be like an advertisement for Sacred World.
Dude, I love that. That's great.
That would be awesome, right? That would be fun.
I need to see a Ragnarf one, thank you. I very much want to see a Ragnarf one.
Him and like with his
His two children.
two children behind him.
Good luck drawing constructs.
I'll be fine.
Okay.
I got this.
You can do it.
I
I believe in you.
I can do it. I like armor, so I can draw armor, I can draw constructs.
Okay. As long as you're good with that.
God, I really want to do that now. That sounds like a lot of fun.
You should definitely make a tester for sure.
I'll have to ask Jesus. Be like, Jesus, may I?
I think
He'll be like, yes.
He'll be like, why the fuck are you asking me?
His exact words, why are you asking me and why aren't you doing it?
Oh my god. Hold up. I really did something with this cape. Like, hold up. I really did something with this cape. Why is this so good? Why?
Remember when he actually just had short hair? I designed him with originally just short hair, and then you said, it looks like he has super long hair.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
Of like how something was like cropped or something, and I was
Yeah.
like, maybe he does have super long hair, and then we changed it.
I
and
remember
that's why he has
exactly
super
what
long
picture
hair.
it was too.
Yeah, I do too. It was
I
the
remember
where,
exactly. It was the one where
was
he
in
had
handcuffs.
Yeah, what?
Where he got out of the handcuffs.
Yeah, the one where
and
he was
like,
he was in handcuffs.
it's not as bad as it sounds, guys. It's fine. Yeah, he originally had short hair, and I totally intended him to have short hair, and then long hair happened because of
Yes.
Vic.
It's my
Vic's
fault.
fault.
It's my fault. I gave him long hair. I'm sorry.
I keep trying to make characters with short hair, and the universe keeps saying nope.
All right, I'm gonna read through chat real quick because I think there's things we're talking about things. Let's see. Rosette is currently working on an animatic for Saffron, so extra sad boy hours. I'm excited.
Oh boy.
What will it take for Saffron to be happy? Short of him dying / getting his brother back. Oh no, don't say that.
Saffron, no.
As Rosette says, honestly, I think Saffron had every opportunity to be relatively happy if he had found a party of people who understood him or tried to make him happy. But he got sucked into a realm of betrayal and death cults, and it's been sad boy hours ever since. Oh.
Hey, Saffron had a beautiful, wonderful time with Lucas. Remember that? That was fun.
Oh my god, okay.
Like,
we're gonna circle
Saffron
back to talking about that one shot because Saffron really shone through in that one.
For
me.
real, like he like was like MVP of that one shot. That was awesome.
That was so yeah, like he showed up, he distracted a guard into letting them in by using his enthrall spell, but technically it was like it was called lecture because he's a college professor, so he was like in the zone of lecturing this dude. It was good stuff.
That was so much fun.
That was amazing. That's like probably one of my favorite points. And then the whole like there was like the whole rescuing Addie from the boat. And then
the doctor.
Yeah, from the doctor. Oh my god! And when Lilith was like, "Don't worry, I got this," and she essentially
Murked him.
She murked that doctor, and I was just like, "Damn, girl, all right."
And then Saffron and Sir Colin, zombie Sir Colin, and they're like, "Oh, can you tell us where he is?" And he like draws that really really crappy drawing. And they're like, "Great,
he tried." I remember we took hours on that one. We're like, wait, hold up. What is it?
I was like, guys, it's not that hard.
It's very hard.
It was a little puzzle. It was not that hard.
It was
a little puzzle.
It was very hard for me.
But Saffron figured it out.
Saffron was smart boy.
Smart boy hours. No more sad boy hours. Smart boy hours.
He's a very smart boy, and I love him. I loved him adopting Lucas, essentially. That was good.
That was super cute. Oh, because his uncle was a jerk. That's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Asshole.
I love running one-shots, guys. They're so much fun. Like, I had so much fun in the Harry Potter one. The H.P. Lovecraft one.
Yeah, the Lovecraft one was
Call
so
of
much
Cthulhu.
fun.
Yeah, that was super fun.
I await the day we return for that one.
I know. I gotta like read the thing, or I could just do my own homebrew. But do I really want to get involved in that? Because then it'll all be a thing.
Look. Okay, so here's my thoughts on that, and that is, you're gonna read the module. You're gonna decide that the module's too weak sauce, and you're gonna just add your own flair to it and make it like 5 times scarier. So if you do a homebrew, I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, fair.
But that's entirely up to like how much work you want to put on yourself.
Yeah, I just really like homebrews.
Which is why I like working through modules, because I can just look at the module and go, you know what, this is great, but what if I do this instead?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I did.
Because it does half the work for me, and I can just pick and choose what I want. It's great.
The Alistair comic on Webtoon, if you guys want to check it out. It's set in a world that I made for a homebrew, and I ran a couple of sessions. But it fizzled out, unfortunately. But man, like, I really miss doing that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I miss world building and doing all that stuff. It was my jam.
We should probably schedule a point in time where we could like have a text-based roleplay like that again.
Yeah, Alistair Discord, if you're up in here, put that in Demiplanes. If you want to do a one-shot, a text one-shot, mention it, and I'll write one.
Yeah. They're a lot of fun to play through.
Yeah, I had a blast with it. Especially right now, since the taverns kind of slowed down a bit, but that's just because holidays stuff happens.
Yeah, holidays, real life, everybody's going through something, you know. And you know, it as it goes, everybody has different schedules, but you know, if we could like synchronize on one point, I think that'd be fun.
I think it'd be fun to do like a text RP, but like all of us are on chat still.
Oh yeah,
like voice chat.
That'd be fun. So we can listen to ourselves cackling and frantically typing at the same time. I love that.
Yes.
And making
him casting vicious mockery, then life transfers on that doctor was intense.
That was so intense, honestly.
That was so much fun. I'm just looking at these two and I'm like, what happened?
Hold on, I need to do his glasses still, because I can't handle this much zest on this man. Did he have gold or silver glasses? Hold on.
I think he had gold. I think Grayson had silver. I think it changes, honestly.
Okay. I mean,
I think it changes. Like, it could be whatever. And he wasn't a bad-looking guy in his original form, but he oof.
It's the bodyguard for me.
Oh, is that what happened?
I think that's what happened. Also, I like giving him this.
I usually only had it on one side for some reason. I don't know why. I like asymmetrical, like the asymmetrical look. But I'm just saying.
Wait, hold on. I gotta do this too, because.
Yep.
He's a fancy man. Oh, Mr. Tadwick.
Oh, we made him too handsome.
He's really handsome. Like, oh my god, I can't handle this. honestly, I feel like for sure, like, canonly, this was the starting point, and then he just kind of... Yeah. I fully believe he glowed himself up. I for sure believe that.
He glowed himself up.
Yeah, he did. This is him. This is a self journey. He did this.
Well, this right here is when he, you know, his old self, like, he loved his wife. Like, that was a thing. Like,
stop saying that.
I don't know.
Stop saying that.
I'm saying that's his old self.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I wanted to color it, but I gave up.
Feel like, nope.
Nah. Nope. Nope.
He got too handsome.
He got very handsome. Like, stupidly
Yeah.
handsome.
Yep, first incarnation versus now. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with, like, just his story in general. And, like, the backstory he was given. Because we expanded on it more.
There we go.
Yes, perfect. Zesty now.
Zesty now. Okay,
Is
let's
Sydney
see
in
this.
chat still?
Probably. Maybe.
If Sydney's in chat. There's zesty art of this guy, too.
There is absolutely zesty art of this man. I have it, and I'm probably gonna have to fork it over now that it's been mentioned.
I have that still.
Yeah, I've
As
got.
well,
I definitely
somewhere.
have the art saved. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, man. Well,
Now what?
I'm trying to think of, like, how Rhoda would look.
Well, what did she look like
And
before? Let's start with that.
She looks exactly the same.
Oh God. All right,
Like,
so let me.
Hold on. Let me draw her real quick.
Okay.
Let me find her in my notebook real fast. I'm just gonna do a very, very, very.
I need
very
you to
rough
know
pass,
this is
so.
very important information, but I need you to know that when we first encountered her in the text-based AU, we I didn't have any visualization of her as a person, other than the fact that she was Grayson's mother and she was a bitch.
Wait, in the text one? Which one was that one?
In the high school one, I mean.
Oh, high school. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I had no visual means of, like, putting a picture of her face when we first met her, other than the fact she was Grayson's mother. So the first thing that entered my head was Lady Tremaine, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Hi, Champers. You want to come on the couch? Come here. Come here, boy. Would you like to come sit on the couch? Come here. There you go. Come be a part of the party.
But Grayson definitely gets his sass from his mother.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
Like.
Yeah, he definitely gets her sass and her. ferocity, I should say.
Yeah.
Calculating nature.
She is where he gets the cleft chin.
Ah. I thought Tavin had that too.
Nope.
Oh, the original one.
You-
Got you.
No, you didn't put it on the other one either.
Oh shit, I forgot. Okay. I could have sworn I've given it to him in the past. I probably forgot.
In the original version of her, that she is where he also got his magic from.
Yeah, no, that's
because
definitely consistent.
she was a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a sorcerer.
Yeah, she's a wild magic sorcerer, if I recall.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you in that game how they handle people who have magic? Like if you have a child who has magic, like what they do?
I don't recall.
So, it's pretty brutal.
No.
So, warning for everyone listening, if you don't want to hear this, this is
warning
probably a
for
good
what?
time to check out. So if you, in this noble city, if you had a kid who had magic, like of magical, like noble, like lineage and stuff, what they would do is they would test your kid by seeing how like powerful they are, basically checking to see if they were a sorcerer of some sort. But they would basically like throw you into combat, no matter what your age, and see how you defend yourself.
Good lord.
Yeah, so I think Grayson was probably like 5.
Oh no.
Yeah, so they would literally like attack this like kid to see if like magic would flare up and like be too powerful or not.
Yikes.
It was brutal. Yeah, it was super brutal. But he was fine. They figured out he wasn't a sorcerer, but because nothing like random happened to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was not fun for Grayson. Grayson had a terrible like childhood.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Good
So yeah,
lord.
she just looked like that. Yeah, she just looked like this. Like there was just nothing
Very,
like particularly like interesting about her, other than she just had her hair up.
yeah,
She was angry all the time.
Very, very, simple in design. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I wasn't going to be drawing her a whole lot,
Right.
so I didn't want to expand too much. And because I don't draw her enough, she hasn't changed.
So what would you say? What would you change about her if you had to draw her as a, like, for instance, like how she was a recurring villain in Horde of the Dragon Queen? Like, how would you want to approach her as a antagonist, I guess?
She would be like, as far as looks go, if we're basing it solely on looks, she would be very, very formal all the time.
Yes.
Very like cut, like everything is prim and proper, but very stern, like nothing out of order. Like that's why I imagined her with her hair up and not down, just because it's controlled basically.
Oh, I read something interesting in chat just now. Lynn, from Rosette, if you want to make those dating sim scenes as raw separate assets, I have a program I can transfer them into to make it essentially animate like a real dating sim.
My God.
That's amazing. Also from Shane, Rhoda is an ever unchanging bitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. I'm sorry if however I roleplayed her triggered anyone. I apologize. I was only self-projecting from a place.
I know, like, when we first met, you kept saying, like, stop playing me.
I was like, stop it. Stop
With poor
it.
Grayson.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this, her old version, she was the head of the household.
Yeah, matriarch.
So she was the one that was in control. She was the one that was doing everything, and so she was very like, in charge of everything, so I kind of wanted to make her like look like that as well.
So that definitely gave
And she was
Tappan
also
room
she was
to
also
run
older.
off and do his own things.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But in Horde of the Dragon Queen, I would say that she's trying to prove herself.
Right.
Maybe.
Hmm?
So
I mean,
like I don't know if her like not necessarily like with anything in particular, but more so like she tried to take the estate, you
yeah,
know.
she was
So
definitely trying to fill a vacuum that her husband had left, I feel.
yeah,
Or
that's a sad story in itself.
it really is, honestly. She was definitely trying to compensate, I should say, for what she felt she did not have. So naturally she was doing a lot of big power grabs to try to prove that she was competent enough to do what people would assume she could not.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I feel like honestly those kind of villains are the ones that are the best because you can relate to them.
Yeah, I do love me a three-dimensional villain.
So, yeah, like her design hasn't changed much just because I don't draw her very often. If I did, like if I played her story more, I'm sure she would look different. But it's just because if I don't play the characters, they don't grow and they don't like change their looks.
Right.
So Grayson changed so drastically because, he moved campaigns. I played him. He also got older. He became a father.
He became a father. Fatherhood changes you.
Yeah.
Makes you zestier, apparently.
So that changes, how they handle things and look at things and stuff like that. So, Addie changed because, I got to explore his character more and what he's like as a person.
Oh, yeah.
But with these NPCs, they don't change just because I just don't play them regularly. I could.
I mean, you could.
But,
imagine playing in a campaign with a young Rhoda trying to figure out her life in the world.
That's
Imagine
sad.
that. I know, it's so sad. She definitely has an interesting story, I feel.
All of them. I don't mean for my characters to have bad, like, sad backstories, but it just happens.
I mean,
but they're not really sad, though. I guess. I mean, it's just life.
Yeah, it's just life, and sometimes life just throws you some hard choices, and sometimes it's not a question of whether you make the right choice or not, but it's how you react to what life gives you.
Yeah, because I honestly, like, I think Addie's, like, probably one of my most tragic characters, just, like, with what happened to him.
Oh, yeah.
But he's so chill about it. Like...
He's like, this is the way of things.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is just how it is. So, like... It's just like, whatever, it's fine. Deal with it.
I feel like Rhoda would be...
He's not mad about it.
Rhoda would be a lot more reactionary, I feel, about it.
Yeah.
If she felt she was done wrong, I feel like she'd be a lot more reactive to it.
When she found out that in the old campaign that her husband had essentially been murdered, she, being a wild magic sorcerer, like flipped out and blew up her entire house, and then she was thrown into jail. She wasn't happy.
I mean, obviously.
So, yeah, she's very emotional.
Yeah, I feel like this is. What am I trying to say? Because how Rhoda is as a character, at least how I perceive her as a character, I feel like is a good reason for you to at least watch through Avatar: The Last Airbender, because there is a character that very much aligns with her in terms of
I think I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
It's a very good story.
I know, but I just get bored. I'm
No,
sorry, I
it's a
can't
lot.
do shows
I
like
know
that.
it's a lot of episodes. I get it.
I can't do it.
I know.
But I know who you're speaking of.
Yeah. I'm trying to think how we would.
No, what do you perceive her as? Like, if you were to redesign her?
Oh man. Man, I'm trying to think how. It depends on how I want her to be perceived, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if she's gonna be a very clear-cut, obvious villain, like, then I feel like for sure she's gonna look like one. She's gonna have just like all kind of like showing, or at least showing like the characteristics of a very calculated character from that kind of upbringing. I mean, sometimes like when I think of Rhoda, I think of the other mother in a way. The Bell Down, I think is what she's called.
Yeah, the Bell Down, yeah.
Like, I just kind of get that vibe because she very much wants to have that perfect world that she is in control of, and the second she loses that control, that's when you know that there's something very not right happening.
Yeah, the Bell Down loved her kids, though. Improperly, of course, but...
yeah, that's, as I said.
I honestly don't know if she does.
If what?
Like if Rhoda loves her kids. I honestly have no idea.
I mean,
with how, like,
her,
I don't know.
How do I put
in
this?
in her original incarnation, she did, but she, like, it's something to do with how, like, story wise, like, their magic is tied to their emotions. So that's why, like, her house blew up when she found out about Tabin being murdered. But something to do with, like, she didn't want to get attached to Grayson because it would trigger something, and if anything happened to him, she would overreact or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. We never finished the campaign, unfortunately,
Yeah.
so I'm not entirely sure what that whole thing was.
I feel like there's only so much I can say because I don't know if you guys are gonna ever return to that story arc.
Mm-hmm.
But it's in terms of if she loved her children, it's very much I guess your perspective on what you see as her loving her children is.
Makes sense.
Because it's a mother can love a child but still be a horrible mother based off of the actions that she had committed to that child because she believed that she was in the right, whereas while being either not in complete ignorance that what she was doing was harmful, or just that she was pushing her agenda because she knew it was the right thing to do for her. But that's a whole that's a whole TED talk on psychology and parenting and narcissistic personality disorder.
Because the way that she was written for Horde, she never told Tabin that they had a kid.
Oh yeah,
he found out.
She never told him.
Way later, like afterwards. I think what did we say, that he found out like when he was visiting another diplomat and they said congratulations? He's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, literally, he went to go visit another diplomat for a meeting or something about their accounts with the family, and then the diplomat was like, "Oh, by the way, congratulations." He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Your wife, she just had a child." It's like, what?
Oh, excuse me? Like, because he was gone for so long and he had no idea that that was even a thing. Yeah. But why did she do it? Only she knows.
Because I feel... okay. Trying to think how to word this. How I'm writing Rhoda, it's very... everything she does, I feel, is a means to test people, to see if they're worth having in her life. in a way. It's very wanting to
calculated.
It's
very
very
calculated.
Yeah, it's very calculated. Like, why didn't she tell Tabin that he was going to be a father? Well, maybe she wanted him to reach out first so that she could be the one to give him that. But since he did not make any means to reach out, then she just didn't feel the need to tell him anything. Because if he truly cared, then he would have. That's how she sees it.
Tabin is a gorgeous man, but he is of fault as well.
Oh, he's very faulted for sure.
Yeah, he was such a good dad.
Yeah, he certainly did try to make up for it. At least in Rise of Tiamat, he's definitely making up for it with Gala and trying to form something that she never had.
Mm-hmm. And that's also influenced Grayson, because he's like, this is all I've ever wanted, because Rhoda forbade him from doing any type of like courtship things.
Yeah.
Not necessarily dating, but like in Noble World, like we've decided that like when you turn of age, you are presented to a court, and that's like your thing, saying like, I am eligible to date and like think of marriage and things like that. And she forbade it for him. Yeah. Did not want that to happen at all. So he was just like, okay, guess I'm just not going to be doing this ever. And then
I kind of like the low hanging kind of the Renaissance style snood where the hair is like in that net. I kind of like that.
Snood.
The snood.
She is a snood.
I like it. It's
I do like that. I like the bun, like the net for like control.
Yeah, I like that. Do. Yeah.
Because that's why I did this bun, but I definitely like this take on it as well.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to give it more of like, she's very much in control of how she wants to perceive herself and how she wants people to perceive her.
Can I just say, she looks so much like Grayson right now?
Yeah. It's intentional.
Like, whew. He takes after his parents.
Yeah. I definitely like designing characters in a way that their appearance will tell you a story while you're watching them or looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely you can see the Grayson in her. You can see the you can kind of like get a guess of what kind of character she is, just like off of like a one-off read.
I like how he made her eyes, and like she just has like the like face of like discontent or boredom. I like that.
Of somebody that's already just tired of, the situation that she, kind of like that perpetual at 20% battery, that kind of feeling. Like, she's already dissatisfied with everything, so it's nothing will ever please her. Right now I'm playing with the idea of what I want to have her wear, because I really do like the idea, or at least for me in Horde of the Dragon Queen, how I had her dress was actually very intentional. So I'm trying to think if I want to continue her in that style here, or if I want to do something else entirely. Because in Horde of the Dragon Queen, I had her wear very high collars, very, long gloves, very, like, completely head to toe covered.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if she would be like that. Like, because I imagine her, if she were to wear, because Tabin wears high collars too. Like, I always, like, did that as, like, a noble thing.
Yeah.
But would she be the type, because when I think of high collars, I think of, like, the high collars that are like this, like, the kind of plunging ones. I don't think she'd be the kind to, like, show off anything. No, or would she?
I mean, she already knows that she already conducts herself with an air of she knows she is the most powerful thing in this room, and you cannot stop her no matter what you do.
She wears thigh highs.
What?
Does she wear thigh highs too?
No, but I actually reflected that in her wearing arm length
gloves.
Oh
yeah, the gloves. The gloves, that's right. I remember that.
But like, I already have her wearing this like very Italian style snood, so I'm trying to wonder if I want to reflect that in like an Italian Renaissance fashion.
Would she have like one of those like Elizabethan collars?
God,
like
no.
that?
She doesn't peek like that.
Grayson would.
Oh my god. So I need you to know that I went on Pinterest to go look up Italian Renaissance like noble clothing, and this is the first picture that I was greeted with. Like, this is the very first picture on my feed, and I just need you to know that the extreme gala energy that I had just received from this picture, and I will post it in Demiplanes for everybody so they can see. But this was like the first thing that I was greeted with, and oh my god, is this a mood?
That's Gala whenever Grayson talks. I like how Gala's alive now.
Me too.
And
I like Gala as a character. I needed to do something with her. I really did like the concept of Grayson having a sibling that's essentially like his foil in a way.
Mm-hmm. Grayson originally had he had the twin sister Gala who died when she was born.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know they were having twins.
Right.
So Gala was didn't make it, but then Grayson was magically there, and they're like, the hell? Like, okay. And like that's why Grayson always assumed his mother didn't like him.
Right.
Just because like he like it's a matriarchy. Like he is literally marriage candy.
Yes.
Which
yes.
is so on brand for him now that I think about it. But that's what he always thought was the problem, and that he looked so much like his father. But he also had a younger brother, Tobias.
Oh, Toby.
Tobias.
I remember Toby.
Tobias Taderick. He has only been in the old campaign and the high school AU very, very, very briefly. He actually looks a lot like Addie. Like, I think I transferred some of that character design over into Adipus Air when I was designing him. Ooh.
I really do like these styles that I found.
Yeah, I do
think
too.
I might do a combination of the two because I do like the square neckline.
Yeah.
I also
I don't think
I
it'd be
like
that
the
low,
pearls
though.
too.
Yeah, I like the pearls too.
It would not go that low for sure. She knows what she's about. She feels she doesn't need to show off.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, she's a married woman. She's tried. It hasn't worked with her husband, so she knows it's not going to work anywhere else, so. I do like the sleeves.
I feel like she would be courted by someone, and she'd just like go away. Like she has zero interest.
With the fan though. Just like takes the fan, just like pushes someone aside. Like no, not happening.
Go away.
I kind of like the pearls, but I'm like, I might have to like make them smaller.
It draws attention to her neck, and I don't think she'd be about that.
Yeah, no. So like just maybe
You know what
something
I mean?
simple. So like maybe like something like that.
I don't even know if she'd have anything around her neck, to be honest. Because I
Honestly,
imagine like
threatening.
is this?
It feels a little threatening to me to have her neck bare. Because like
I know.
ladies wearing jewels and necklaces because it's like one thing you want to like have something there to decorate yourself, but like maybe also to like protect your neck in case somebody like came for you. And she's
Have like one of those like you know what I'm talking about, like
a ribbon or
those like yeah, like it's like those lace with like the ribbon around it. But
it makes me think of that fairy tale about the girl with the ribbon around her neck.
That's what I was thinking too, but I think she looks scarier without it, just because like from what I'm assuming this, but I always assumed that women wear like the necklace and stuff to draw attention to this area.
Yeah.
But she's not about that.
She doesn't need it
at all. I know, and it's like collarbones.
Collarbones. Good
like,
God.
Like that's all she needs, and it's kind of horrifying.
She's just very, very basic in how she looks, but like, you know, it's like she knows she doesn't need any of that extra pomp to draw attention.
That's who she is.
She knows who she is. And if you don't know who she is, then she will remind you.
Does everyone know though about the scandal between their marriage?
In Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Yeah.
Well, considering that Grayson made a public statement.
Well, I mean, like
about
beforehand.
After
like,
like
when Grayson was a kid.
Oh no, Grayson didn't even know about it. Because he didn't know about it until he met Zevras.
No, he knew.
About how his father was seen.
Wait, did he?
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. He met Zevras first, and then when he finally got to talk to his dad, he's like, "Oh, you're a cheater. Great, thanks.
Yep.
For doing that to us. Cool. Glad you were at home, to see me.
Glad you had fun.
Yeah. Oh, oh God, Rosette. She should just wear her wedding band around her neck.
Damn.
That's a power move.
Oh shit, I love that.
Because that's what Zevras did.
That's right. Oh.
I honestly, I love that idea, but I don't think she would wear anything around her neck. Just because I feel like it would be, if someone were trying to, attack her, they would grab the necklace,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do really like that idea.
She's very
yeah.
self-preserving, and I like that.
Shortbeard says, I feel so conflicted about Tabin now. Yeah, you should.
Yeah, he's a very complicated character. Which, it's unfortunate because...
He's gorgeous. He's not a good person.
It's unfortunate because he's idolized in the eyes of a young bard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah,
man, Grayson really didn't want to crush that dream, huh?
Of course not.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
And that's why a lot of the his early RPs, he would constantly say, "I'm not my dad. Yeah. I'm not my father. My mom keeps treating me like him. I'm not him.
Yeah.
Because they look alike." Yeah. So Shortbeard, Tabin's story. Can we talk about that? We can talk about Tabin's story, right?
Yeah, of course we can. Yeah, he's out there in the world in Rise of Tiamat.
Okay. So he is a noble gentleman. He grew up in a very wealthy family, and he was paired with Rhoda at when they were teens, right?
19 is when I believe Tabin found out he was a father.
Yeah. So they were married at 18. Yeah, that's right. But they would exchange letters. I remember that letter you wrote.
Yeah, I wrote that letter.
That was good stuff. They would exchange letters, and Rhoda was super into it. He's like, oh, he's so handsome, and he comes from a very well-to-do family and stuff like that. And that's just their universe. But Tabin just wasn't interested.
He was
unfortunately.
He was obligated to his duties. What it was, his parents decided, hey, this very nice girl,
is a good match for our business or whatever.
Basically.
Yeah. So he
there was
just kind of did
that appeased to them. So they're like, you're gonna marry this girl, and he was like, fine.
It probably wasn't even Rhoda. It was probably her family.
Yeah, for sure.
Rhoda's just like, oh, you're just gonna marry this girl because she's part of this, and if we do this, we get a trade deal with these people, that kind of situation.
Right.
So.
I was almost tempted to do a Lady Macbeth scenario where she sabotaged whoever Tabin's original suitor was, just so that her family's eye could be noticed by his. I fully believe she could do that, but.
Oh, I would say so, but at this stage, I don't think she would have that anger.
No, not at all. Desperation, maybe.
Yeah, but she was very fond of Tabin. She cared for him, obviously. But he just wasn't interested. He just did what he had to do to, like, it's his noble duty. That's what he does. And, like, you know, they got married, and they're like, okay, it's our wedding night.
Let's
I
do the
guess
thing.
I gotta do this.
Okay, good night.
Do the thing. I'm leaving in the morning. Bye. I have to go do, like, stuff. And then he hired his bodyguard.
Yep.
And then they would go on, like, basically Tabin's job was to go from city to city discussing trade deals, noble, like, stuff, bureaucracy, blah blah blah.
Broker deals for the family business, etc., make accounts.
He didn't particularly like being at home. He didn't really have a thing with Zevris until, like, just because they spent so much time together.
And he was like, wait a minute,
And
I think I like dudes.
Oh no.
He's like, oh shit, wait, that's why. Okay, hang on.
And then you know, he started noticing, like, the shady dealings between, like, in between, like, all of, like, the nobility and, like, the stuff they were doing. And he's like, what if we do this?
What if we just fucking steal from people?
Yeah, like, these people are being, like they shouldn't have this, like, thing, like, they're stealing it from this, or, like, whatever. Just won't get into that too much.
They're wrongfully acquiring artifacts and items and riches from places that they shouldn't be, so he would steal them from them. Basically, it'd be a whole Robin Hood scenario in a way.
Kind of, but he would keep them.
Yeah, exactly. I said it was a Robin Hood scenario in a way.
Yeah,
but he kept the things.
Tabin is canonly a adrenaline junkie. We've already established this. Like, that's just canon to who he is. Like, he loves, like, the thrill of, like, not being in, like, you know, a stuffy noble. He likes the idea of, like, stealing things and possibly getting caught and, like, that kind of thing. And it just kind of bonded him and Zevris together, and he was cheating on his wife. Like, that's, like, there's no nice way to say that.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
He did something. He did a bad thing.
Yeah, and he didn't really care. He was like, I hate all of this. I want to do this. Like, he still cared for his, like, estate and stuff, clearly, but he just didn't like the stuff that he couldn't, like, you know, deal with. But then, you know, he found out that he had a kid.
Yep, and that was like,
and was like, oh crap.
Oh shit, I have responsibility now.
Uh-oh. So, yeah. That's another thing. I love it when characters that are perceived as good that have terrible things that they do.
I do like this look.
I do like this design for her. God, she looks so much like Grayson. It's killing me.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. It's almost like she's his mother or something.
How dare.
And they're like, you know, opposite.
In her original design, she had one of these. I don't know if we want that still, but I just remembered that. She doesn't need it.
Nah.
She doesn't need it because she's got the cleft chin.
Yeah.
But yeah. She's got just, like, this nice light brown hair. I don't think she was fair-skinned. I think she was tanned. But she has a very strong bone structure too, Grayson, because Toby had her color palette, essentially.
Yeah.
And then Grayson had Tabin's. But they looked opposite. Does that make sense? I guess.
Kinda. Although,
Like...
Alright, let me... Because I'm thinking that she might... okay, I'm trying to get, like, the right, like, coloring going here. Because,
I think she would have more of, like a pink tone to her skin, I think.
Tone? Okay. Right.
Man, that was pale. That was, like, ghostly pale.
I was on the sketch layer.
I was gonna say, woof.
Right, hold on.
Yeah, I like her having a, yeah, I like that.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna like do her a shade paler than what she's supposed to be, because there's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
I have my reasons.
Sure.
No, I do.
It's fine.
That's a story that may be explored later if anyone so wishes to pursue it, so I'm just not gonna say anything.
I mean, Grayson's like out of the game. He's like, fuck her.
No, yeah,
I got another kid to worry about.
Here comes the fourth one. It's not the kitty.
Designing the kids is always fun.
Oh yeah, designing the kids is always so much fun. Because I love taking essentially the two characters and just putting them together to see what traits they have and.
Yeah. I love how Kala looks like a little satyr. It's so cute.
She's so precious. She's got the like brown hair.
You know what? Who needs a redesign at some point?
Who?
Irian.
Oh God, does he? Does he need one?
I think he's precious the way he is.
He really is. He has a very distinct look.
I don't even remember like what. Let me see if I can find it in my journal.
Because I know his hair wasn't supposed to always look like that, but then I just kept drawing it like a fucking Torchic.
It was like I think he was supposed to have. I'm gonna doodle it right here. He was supposed to have the Pidgeotto hair, like that.
Yeah.
And then it just morphed into this because I thought it would be more interesting. And then you just started doing that.
I love that, okay. It's a fun thing to do.
I love it, thank you.
Alright, so I'm reading. It's funny, I'm thinking about the whole character implication of wearing something around your neck and the fact that the one thing that protects Saffron, his periapt of wound closure, he wears around his neck, and on top of that, he wears a super high collared cape to cover it, but then that cape gets grabbed all the time. Oh, Saffron. And I may have inspired our party's Sea Elf's Blade Singer to draw what are hypothetical half-Minotaur children during game today. Aww! I would love to see half-Minotaur children.
Be just the blue family, Bluebells.
It's essentially the blue family. I'm surprised that I didn't make Zephyr a Minotaur, honestly.
Well, we didn't think about it when we had them in the AU.
I know, they were just like, tiefling, blue, tiefling, big, blue.
Because when I first made Zevris, he kind of looked more tiefling.
Yeah.
And then we were like, but what if he has a whole family?
Yeah, the whole joke was, what if he's the baby brother and he's the smallest one?
Correct.
He's like 7 feet tall, and we're like, nah, he comes from a family of giants.
And then it just, and then we're trying to like justify it, like, why are they so big? Oh yeah, furballs.
There's mom married a furbolg, and that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mama married a furbolg, and now she has big blue children.
Like more people in like D&D would do that, where they would have like half races that weren't just like half elf.
Yeah, I was so excited when Laura Bailey did it in Critical Role, because she made a blue tiefling for the second campaign that they did, and everybody was like, tieflings can't be blue because the spectrum is supposed to be regular skin tone to red, and then she came up with this whole thing where it's like, oh well, my dad's actually a water genasi. Whoops. And that's why she's blue.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's actually fucking cool.
Yeah, like, I don't know why it's not done more.
Yeah, and like, you know, and like Cole is, he has more elven characteristics even though he's a tiefling because his mom is an elf. And I think that's really awesome.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I
love
just don't like the ideas of like you can only be a half
a half elf.
something with a human. You
I
know?
always loved the idea that if an elf and a dwarf had a kid, it would just be a human, because it's just like in the middle.
Like, but
like,
they would
oh.
live so long.
Oh God, for real, they'd have such a lifespan.
Just a guy named Gary that's like 1,000 years old.
Gary. It's a guy named Gary or Jeff or something.
Keith.
Keith. Oh God, she has brown eyes too, right?
Yes, she had brown eyes. Yes, she had pretty.
I'm actually gonna take a little liberty here.
Yeah, go for it.
Kind of like that. They kind of.
Oh, like golden eyes?
Yeah, kind of like goldish. I'm gonna put her, obviously, in red. So I think that color palette matches her.
Yeah. Like with like just the hair colors and like eye colors and stuff. Like I used to be that person that would be like, if they have brown hair, they or dark hair, they have to have really light colored eyes.
Yeah.
And like that's not something that happens very often.
Yeah, no,
like in general.
somebody with dark hair. Fuck no, does not happen very often.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, Rocco was like my first character who I was like, no, he is going to be tan, like super like tan, like darker skin. And he's going to have dark brown hair and he's going to have dark brown eyes. And he is probably one of my favorite character designs.
As somebody with dark brown hair and dark brown eyes, I love that. Thank you. You don't see a lot of that, honestly.
Yeah, you don't, because like I was like originally like, oh, he's gonna have like blue eyes or like green eyes, and I'm like, no, I can't do that because that's just it's not.
Let the dudes with the brown eyes have something, please.
Yeah. And it's just something I always defaulted to, and you kind of see it with Grayson just because he has black hair and he's got like the pale skin and he's got the green eyes, and I'm like, I don't want to keep like just falling into that trope. Because it's not just. I mean, like you could argue it's fantasy. You can have it be whatever you want, but also like, there needs to be more love for, you know, like the darker like palette shades, because
for sure.
I love Rocco. He is a handsome man.
He's a handsome motherfucker. Okay.
Another fun character design is Augur.
Oh yeah, Augur's fun. I like him.
I do too. I can't wait to draw him more, because he was actually I drew him as just a guy standing there.
Oh yeah,
and I was like,
no, what? Like a dude in the background.
Yeah, and I was like, I really like how he looks, and we gave him a heterochromia.
Yeah, we're like, hold on, this guy looks cool. We got to do something with him.
He's gonna be a thing now.
Jaeon's bro. It's so hard with the no fucking stabilizer to get this right.
I know. Oh, you want to do something? Want to do something that'll elevate those lips?
What's up?
Make her top lip a little bit darker.
Mm.
Trust me. This is a trick in realism portraiture.
Like how much of a shade darker?
Not too dark. Probably like midway.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yep.
Sweet.
Perfect.
All right. Let me zoom in real quick. Okay.
I promise it'll look so good. But yeah, it's because naturally your top lip is always a little bit darker because it hangs over just very slightly.
I never knew that.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I see. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to like give the appearance that like the lips are two separate things.
Yeah.
I guess
I like how her palette's very muted, honestly, in terms of like skin and hair color.
Like it's desaturated.
Yeah. Like all the life.
But her
is sucked from
clothing's her clothing is still bright, but it's also desaturated.
Yeah.
Which I like.
It's almost as if all the joy in her life has been sucked out.
That was because Grayson.
Yeah,
Grayson was born.
Grayson
It sucked all the life
Grayson
out of her.
as a child, honestly. Like, I'll be real with you. Like,
You have.
Yes.
So you have no idea how Grayson was as a kid, because it's so much like Phoebus, but like very meek. He was a very meek child.
I'm sad now.
He was terrified.
Of course he was. I mean, well, actually, hold on. I can't say anything. I can't say anything.
Okay.
I was like, because I was gonna say, I mean, shit, if I had her as a mother, I was like, wait. I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, it's all of her decoration is on her head, which makes your attention just focus on her, like on her face, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's making you look at her, like in the eyes, like look at her like as an equal.
And I like how her hairnet and like those little like sticks match her eye color.
Yeah. I love making these design choices.
Yeah. It's super fun. Like when you're designing a character that you know a lot about, I find it a lot easier to not have to sit there and do like the different like 6 iterations of blah blah blah, because you made the character, you know how they feel, you know how they act. But like when you're doing it for a client elsewhere and they just kind of give you the bare bones, that's when you want to just go buck wild with it.
Oh god, for real.
I love how she looks like Grayson. God, she's even got his little hair flip thing too.
She does. I feel like I don't know. I guess writing her as an antagonist for a campaign really like helped me, I guess, see her in a certain perspective. So I do like the idea of her being a very complicated antagonist. Because I love
complicated characters.
Yeah, I have things written for her that, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Like complicated, like characters, heroes, all of that stuff. Because no one's pure.
I love me a character with a messy backstory. Like, oh my god, I need to tell you real quick about the one that I saw on TikTok today.
Okay.
No, it's so good. So, like, speaking of complicated characters, because I was watching a TikTok where, I guess somebody like matched some dice to like to like a character that somebody gave them as inspiration, and that character was a tiefling warlock, whose patron was his daughter that had drowned.
Oh god.
I know. I'm like, that is fucking haunting. But
horrifying.
Like, holy shit. Like, if you thought your warlock was tragic, holy shit. That's hard stuff. But I
really like that though.
I know, as a concept, I loved it. I was like, oh my god, this is something I would love to write. Like, goodness.
If we want to do a one-shot again, do y'all want to do a D&D high fantasy horror one-shot?
Ooh. Does this mean I could bring Stranger in?
You really want to.
No,
he just wants to collect everyone's teeth.
He'll just collect the teeth.
You...
Let me read through chat real quick.
All the teeth.
Let's see. Let's see. Rosette said... Let's see. In my Sunday game, the DMPC is a half-orc fire ganassi. He looks sick. That's so cool.
Awesome.
I see. Shane mentioned that there was a setting where a half-dwarf was a race. They're taller than humans. That's good to know. Yes, following that dice maker. I do like the dice that they come up with. Also, Thafron in a horror campaign would be so fun, is what's being said. This is something we should definitely talk about on the Discord. But yeah.
I'm all for it.
I'm all for it.
I love how she looks. You did a fantastic job.
Take her and do as what you will. She is your character's mother. You can do what you want with her now.
Hold, please. Can I do something real fast?
Yeah, go for it.
Hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh.
This will just take a minute.
All right.
I have to
All right.
do some things real quick.
Oh, no. Oh.
No, just continue. Don't mind me at all.
I'm gonna mind. I'm watching real quick. Okay. I'm ready for this.
I told you it's gonna be a minute. Like
Okay.
just look at chat. It's fine.
Just look. Fine.
Just look at the bunnies. Just look at the bunnies.
What? Where are the bunnies? The zipper in me just went. Where are the bunnies?
Just look at the bunnies, George.
Look at the. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you. That book gave me trauma. Fuck you.
Just look at the rabbits, George.
Were you ever raised with trust issues, or did you get them from reading of Mice and Men?
No comment.
What?
No comment.
Yeah, no comment either. Everybody's saying spooky party. Shane says, my first time DMing ever was an all goblin one shot where they went into a dungeon filled with undead for Halloween. That's amazing. Ghosts versus goblins. Oh, thank you, Sydney, for the bunnies, so I can stare at them while whatever is happening is happening.
I don't have it. Dang, I can't do it.
You can't do it? Was it?
Can you message me the artwork that we've done for the stream so far?
Yeah. Let me do that real quick. Let me go grab all this. I need to sort through all of our... do you want all of it? Okay, I'll just send you all of it.
Give.
Give all the things.
But yeah, I need to read more books, for real though.
God, I remember being at a point where I used to read so many fucking books, and then now I don't.
Same.
I used to read a lot of fan fiction too, and now I've just stopped entirely.
That's probably for your own mental health.
Yeah, probably. Like, I think it's just... I found that I have no time and I have no energy to do it. The last book I ever truly read through was Stardust, and I love that book so much. But like, that was like the last book I actively read in a very long time. That wasn't for like educational or reference purposes. But I guess just like my days now are just like spent between writing for game, or writing for comic, or writing for story, or going to work, or...
Yeah, it's funny, like, we have the most time now, kind of, but we're busy.
God. I have absolutely no time at all. In, like, doing commission work, doing, like... God, if I don't take, like, 20 minutes to clean the apartment, then it's just a thing that doesn't happen because we are both working adults and we're so fucking tired all the time. Like, it's a lot. And then there's just, and God forbid if you have a day where your brain just can't handle anything and you're like, I need to sit for a very long time.
Yeah, I feel that.
But now I have a Switch and my brain can be distracted for an hour.
I have the Switch and it makes me happy.
I have the Switch and it gives me the serotonin. It's great. I'm playing through Breath of the Wild, and you know it's giving me serotonin because you heard me yelling about it last night.
Here's like, ah! You were so mad.
It was a very hard boss fight, okay?
Uh-huh.
It was a very hard boss fight, and all my swords keep breaking, and it's very stressful. But now I have Animal Crossing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Because you're like, I needed to do this specific thing.
I need to go to Target.
For my map.
I need to do this very specific thing for my map.
It's like, I need this specific map.
I needed a very specific map, and I named it a very specific thing. Although, that very specific thing, because Tabitha plays it more than me now, because I'm at work. And when I'm at work, she's on my Switch playing my Animal Crossing. So she's like gathering me all the supplies and like crafting me all the things. And when I get back, she's like, so I did this and I did this and I made this for you and I have this. And I'm like, okay, thanks. I'm gonna walk around my island for 5 minutes and then hand it back to you because you look like you want to play it very much. But we found out that the lake that's in the very specific shape is actually a waterfall.
Oh.
And that just makes it so much better. Okay, let me read through chat. Let's see, for real, can you imagine the coward that is Thafrin, who can speak Abyssal and Celestial, that is haunted by the ghost of his dead brother in a horror setting? I absolutely would love to see...
all of
honestly,
that,
I would love to see Thafrin in a Call of Cthulhu setting, because, oh my god.
Thafrin would probably do really well.
He would do so well in Call of Cthulhu. Oh god, he'd handle whatever we handled probably way better than how we handled it.
Oh, for sure.
Oh goodness, like all the cult shit that was happening, it was just like, we have no idea what the fuck's going on, but we're gonna stick our head in an attic where a monster is and see if we die.
Well, how'd that work out for you?
And ask Ernest.
Poor boy.
Oh, poor Ernest. I'm
There
sad.
we go.
I'm sad and relieved that he's retiring because you did a thing.
I wanted to see what they look like together.
Yes. I do like that they have the similarities in gold accessories.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, they do have things in common if they just only learn to be people with each other.
I really like how, like, Tabin's the one that has the cravat and the high collar and she does not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that looks really nice. I just want to see them together because I just see Grayson in them both so much. And I am both overjoyed by that and then also very heartbroken.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a very broken family dynamic. And it's unfortunate.
Who does he get the legs from?
I thought he got him from Tabin.
Tabin? I don't think he does. Maybe Grayson just has them all his own. He grew them himself.
Maybe they came from like a distant family member.
Oh, Lord.
Like an ancestor way back in the day who was known for their most glorious legs.
His most righteous legs.
Most righteous legs. Oh God. I mean,
but yeah,
I've only ever drawn Rhoda in long flowing dresses, so I don't know what her legs look like. She's also smaller, so.
Yeah. What height did I have her at? I don't think. Did I write it down?
I see her being at a crisp like 5'8" maybe. She for sure wears heels though. I can just imagine just the startling noise of like her heels clicking on tile, and I'm like, good lord.
Oh, I have a note in here that Eric gave me for how he envisioned Rhoda, like for that specific campaign, and he said, imagine a very, very stern and like kind of bitchy Sandra Bullock. I was like, oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is not at all what I envisioned at all.
Like face looking wise.
Oh, face looking. Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not personality wise, but
yeah.
like
I was
face
gonna say, I'm like,
stern.
whoa, Sandra Bullock, hold on. I'm like, that's a choice in character.
Yeah, not personality, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
But
Miss Congeniality suddenly hits differently.
that's a good movie.
It is.
But yeah,
God, she would be the worst pageant mom. Hold on.
Putting Grayson into pageants? No, she wouldn't care enough about Grayson to put him into pageants.
That's very fair. I mean, she cares about her own image very much.
Rhoda as a dance mom. See, like,
Rhoda
I
would
don't
fucking assassinate the rest of the dance moms so that she could be the dance mom.
I don't think she's that petty though.
I mean, she's not.
Like, I don't see her as being the kind of person who's like, I need this title. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, she's not.
However, she's above all that.
Oh, she is above all that. However, if somebody decides to speak poorly of her or insult her in any way or anything of hers that she's worked for, then we might have problems.
They will. Yeah.
They might meet.
I
an
imagine.
unfortunate end.
I imagine, like, if anyone says anything about, like, Grayson as, like, a child or just in general, she'd just be like, Grayson would be like, I can't, like, they said this about me. She's like, well, maybe you should stop being that way.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't give them. I feel like she would word it in the way of maybe you should stop giving them the ammunition to call you those things.
Yeah.
That's how she'd put it.
Yeah.
It's like they're only calling you. They're only treating you and calling you these things because you let them. You're allowing them to have.
You're giving them the fodder.
Yeah, you're giving them the fodder. You should stop.
Yeah. There's a reason why Grayson was kind of a hussy in his younger years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needed the validation.
Honestly, yes. Like, that's how I 100% intended to play him. Like, he had, like, the pompous, noble, like, I can do whatever I want, and it got him into a lot of trouble.
I could pierce my nipples in the boys' bathroom.
Mother.
Oh.
But in like, just how I originally had played him, like, he was, like, very distraught about it. Like, he had, like, that noble I could do whatever I want, but he also needed validation from other people, but his mouth would also just, like, get him into trouble. That's how he got punched in the face. That's how he got his eyebrow scarred, not because he's bisexual.
He's very much he needs to prove himself, because the person that he's holding himself to has impossibly high standards that he will never be satisfied with. If she ever, like, even if she ever did accept him, it would be something he would never be satisfied with, because it's not the way he would want it.
Not at all. Like,
because
I don't even think, if he was younger, he would probably fall for it, but she would only do it as, like, a manipulation tactic. And he knows that, but he also...
Of course, you gotta give them an inch so that they can, feel like they have a chance to take that mile.
Yeah,
You have to remind them that you're their mother. That's how she would see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, let me do my obligatory 1 month motherly thing for him, just to give him that as a reward.
To keep him on the leash.
It's like a reward.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
I write her very specifically.
Can't imagine why.
Because therapy's not cheap.
This is therapy.
This is therapy. This is free.
But yeah, like, Grayson always had, like, that. Remember in the tavern when he first met Dis?
Mm-hmm.
He got, like, super wasted and then just started losing his shit because he was just like, I don't understand why she doesn't love me.
Oh yeah.
Like, do you remember that?
I do, and I remember that was like
a bad time.
right after he was told that his father was dead.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah. She's an amazing person.
Grayson's a complicated boy.
Yeah.
I love that about him.
Everybody in that family is a level of complicated.
All of my characters are, like, have a little bit of spice.
I love that the Tatterics are, like, a very good level of complicated with very multifaceted kind of things in between, and then Dish showed up like, hold my fucking beer, guys.
I mean, Grayson has his own stuff. He's not good, he's not bad. Addie is just neutral on all the grounds.
Yeah.
Alistair, y'all are gonna
such a good boy.
learn. He's a good boy, but he's got some things he's got to figure out.
He definitely needs to figure some stuff out. Oh my god, I need to take a picture of this cat.
What?
He's like dead asleep.
Who?
The cat.
Aww.
Just how he's sleeping. Oh my goodness.
I'm excited for
I've never seen a cat
everyone
so
to
cold.
really learn who Alistair is in the comic, and just, like, the themes we have. I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish we could talk about it, but we can't.
We gotta cap ourselves at some point because we are way past that time.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
We can continue talking about it in the Discord, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I'm about to post a cat there. And Rosette agrees that Call of Cthulhu Thafron would be with the insanity system would be amazing.
Yeah.
Which I need to get
R.I.P.
back to work. I gotta get back to work on my Purgatory game because the Tabitha and I are collaborating on it, and it's very much using mechanics of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, but I do want to implement the sanity system for it because I feel like it's very important for this realm.
Oh, the insanity system's fun.
Yeah.
Like, just it's one of my favorite things about Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, I definitely want to implement that because because in that game you're gonna see some shit that's really gonna test your faith.
Good.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
It's time to wrap it up for now.
Yeah.
Before we get into more deep talks about character psychology and why we write them the way we do. But yeah, so thank you all for joining us tonight as we basically do our first stream of 2021. Many more to come. We're hoping to, as always, tweak here and there to improve and try new things out with y'all and see what you think. So, we'll as always, we love you guys. Thank you so much. If you have any suggestions for what we should do for our next Demiplanes, feel free to post it for us in our Discord. If you want to join our Discord, we have a link to our Patreon down below on Twitch. You can subscribe for as little as $1 a month. If that's not your game, hey, you can always ask us, and we'll let you in because we like cool people to hang with us. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. We love you, and hang loose and stay righteous. All right, bye guys.
Hey.